All right, and it looks like it's starting. All right, trying a new way to record. We've been gone for a while now. This is Geek Talk episode 5. This is 5 or 6?
It's 6.
5.
Is it 5?
5. You'll know once you upload it.
Yeah.
No, it's 5.
It's 5.
There's the DBZ one, and then the one we did at Tony's.
Yeah.
And then we did the Geek Point starter thing and the Luke Cage one.
That's 4, so this is 5. Yeah, this is number 5. We've been gone so long that we forgot where the hell we were. But anyhow, welcome back to Geek Talk, the dark side and the white side. I, as usual, am David Jackson. To my right is...
John Smith.
Cajun Prime.
And Dynamite D. Harris.
Representing the D. Harris brand. That is a plug. First plug of the show, I got it again. Ha!
Well, I appreciate that one, my friend.
Not a problem, not a problem. Looks like we're actually picking up really well on this recording. We're redlining, actually. That's probably a good thing, I hope.
Technology.
What?
Well, if you're driving, red line kind of good thing.
Yes. Stay a while.
I didn't know you did not take those off.
As per usual, you guys know our kids are going to be in the background. Just get used to it. Anyway, today is a especially more phenomenal episode. We are talking about the Saban's Power Rangers movie. Not Mighty Morphin, because that is not the name of the movie. It is called Power Rangers.
Spoiler alert, mofos.
Yeah, probably going to spoil a bit of it. Going to try not to, since we actually are doing this within a week of seeing the movie, and it should go up sooner than that, because John's putting it up, not Cajun. So it should go pretty
I
soon.
was waiting forever for that last.
Dude, I'm so sorry.
This is the Call Out Cajun podcast, right?
Yeah.
I had people asking me, like, man, I thought you were on that podcast. We were talking about Luke Cage. I say, yeah, I'll let you know when it goes.
We're like, what's Luke
2 months
Cage?
later. 2-3 months
Luke
later.
Cage, what's that?
No,
Is that a TV show or something that came out a couple years ago?
I fell off. My bad. It was crazy for a little bit. But I already went and put together the intro for the next one a couple months ago. So it's all ready. It's sitting there. It's been waiting.
Yeah, I think actually after this episode, once D finishes, I'll have you back out, and John, you finished, and you finished. We'll talk Iron Fist up, because apparently that's a major point of contention in the geek community, and I think we really need to talk about that one.
I'm pretty sure we hit this a couple podcasts ago.
Yeah.
Let people enjoy things.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Well, we live in an age where if I don't like it, you shouldn't like it either. That's how it is.
People aren't allowed to have opinions anymore.
And honestly, that's a lot of flack the Power Rangers are catching right now, too. Everybody that I know that has gone to see it has enjoyed the movie thoroughly. Whether you're a classic fan of the franchise, whether you just remember an episode here or two from a cousin's house or your grandma's house on Saturday morning, everybody I know that watched it loved the movie.
The numbers are also showing that, too. The numbers are actually going
trending
up.
for 52 million this weekend now. I meant to tell you that. I saw that
Is it up to
today.
52? I saw
I think the only thing in front of it right now
40.5.
is Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, which is it's not going to...
It's a Disney movie.
Yeah.
That was going
It's
to
not
win.
gonna-
I don't know, personally, I'm getting tired of hearing people going, was it like? Was it good? Should I go see it? Just go fucking see it.
Beat Pacific Rim.
Right.
For the opening weekend.
That should tell you something.
Yeah.
And that was a new IP, and that so many people are tired of like not seeing new movies, and we all did go see that, but like Power Rangers, I said it already, it's more phenomenal. That movie was great. There were so many high points. There were emotional connections that you make with the characters.
Very character driven.
Very, very character driven. They did such a good job telling this story. And I mean, it's obviously an origin story, but I'll say this, they squeezed about 16, 17 episodes of the original series into one movie.
Close to, yeah.
Yeah, we do get we've heard some complaints. I heard complaints from Josh was saying that he heard Bulk and Skull wasn't in the movie, but he hadn't watched the movie yet. They're not, but
You still didn't see the movie, so what should that matter?
right, but you don't need it. Bulk and Skull character. The comic relief characters were not needed in this movie because the Rangers themselves
They wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Like,
They would have been way too much.
the big difference is between this and the show is they were all friends before the show happened.
Right.
On this, they didn't know each
They
other.
barely liked each other.
Yeah, they really
No,
didn't.
They didn't.
And one of them was stalking. Practically.
He really was, wasn't he?
He was on some Craigslist boyfriend. That was,
Misconnections. I saw you with the mind.
Saw you up there.
But and then like one of the other things, Dee and I were talking about this before you guys got here. You remember some people had complained about the movie about how these weren't our Rangers because Zordon didn't pick them. Apparently, all you need to do is be in the right place at the right time. Zordon did pick them. Go figure. Well, Zordon didn't. The Morphing Grid
the
did.
Morphing Grid did.
coin.
But-
Morphin Grid's never wrong.
That said, rewatching Mighty Morphin, I started it again this week. I'm 7 episodes in. Zordon didn't pick them either. He told Alpha to find him the bravest, strongest warriors, and Alpha picked them. Technically, the computer did.
technically picked them.
So,
Which is connected to the morphing.
to the morphing grid. So no matter how you slice it, the morphing grid is the one picking the Rangers, and still did in this because okay, yeah, we prefaced this with spoilers anyway. In the beginning of the movie, you find out that Zordon was the original Red Ranger, which, I mean, a lot of us had heard anyway, and they did a good job of showing that without overdoing it. Honestly, if they did a prequel with Zordon's team, I'd be down for that. I would totally watch that movie.
It didn't even say he was the original Ranger.
Right, it just said he was a Red Ranger.
They did specify there have been sorry, start over. You take two. They did specify that there were Ranger teams before that.
Yes.
Yeah,
they did.
Yeah, they did.
And it also said he kind of hinted that there was more than just the 5.
Yeah.
The way he was talking in the movie.
Yeah, he didn't
So, I
say
mean, we
that.
could even get the Equation Rangers
Because he kept
at some
saying
point.
his team. He didn't say that.
Right.
Was the only
So Power
team.
Rangers could be actually SPD could be like the central base and training facility for all the Rangers. Oh my God! Did we just write the sequel for them?
Space Patrol.
Yeah, I'm excited for where they
Time
can go
Force
from
could
here.
exist.
Time for all of it.
Space Rangers.
Hell, they
like, it
mentioned
would
the
make
Zeo
sense.
crystals. The first 60 seconds of the damn movie, they're talking about the Zeo crystals.
Right.
I'm
Right,
like,
that's
we're
not-
not even there yet.
Yeah, but in season 3 we weren't there yet, and it was already established as something more than a MacGuffin. So
Yeah,
good.
it really was.
Yeah,
It
they
really
already
was.
brought it up.
But with Zordon being the Red Ranger, like you see him crawling because they're beaten and battered, and you find out that one of their own betrays them. I'll tell you it was Rita, but I'm not going to tell you what I mean by one of your own. That'll leave for you to see in the movie. But
I wanted to say it.
we did preface it with
It's
spoilers.
spoilers.
Just go for it.
Just
Go for it.
spoilers.
Kate, and say it. Go for it.
You want me to do it?
Yeah,
It
go
was
for
ahead.
Krispy Kremes.
Krispy Kreme. Oh, dude, I have been talking so much about Krispy Kremes on Facebook. Like, people, whatever. Rita's the Green Ranger. I said it.
Yeah, Rita
I should
was...
put this up in a meme. I should just put up a fucking big giant picture of Krispy Kreme donuts, and then just in the bottom in the corner, Rita's the Green Ranger. People are like, what is donut? Rita's the Green. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. No, I'm not.
No, give it a lot. Give it another week or two.
I'll
and then
give
do
it a week.
So Rita, as the Green Ranger, betrays them, which also shows you that you don't have to be pure to use the power coins because she had it and was she apparently attacked her team.
Right.
Well,
I mean, she could have been
wasn't-
pure.
Yeah,
It could have been at one point,
Yeah,
and
she
then
was swayed by.
swayed by
No,
another force that she does mention there are other people
And
that are
that
coming
could
for
be
the
why
crystal.
she can morph again.
Yeah,
You never know. She never did morph.
no, not fully. We got the armor, but part of it.
Yep.
But anyway, you see Zordon crawling through the dirt, and then he crawls up to the first Yellow Ranger we see, who is an alien life form. She removes her coin. He apologizes to her. He has the other coins in his hand already, like basically enchants them, tells them to find those that are worthy, buries them, and then calls down an airstrike from Alpha 5,
Blows
like
himself up.
And kills off the dinosaurs.
kills off the dinosaurs,
was-
negating the end of Dino Charge.
It was all Zordon's fault. He killed them all.
I'm saying Dino Charge to be kind of happy we never got to that to do a podcast on that one because they completely took the ending from Resurrection F from Dragon Ball Z and just did it wrong.
Yeah, they really did. They really did. You'll get there.
When he was just talking about the not pure anymore thing, I was thinking of not Black, but the dude who I forget his name.
Zamas?
Zamas, yeah.
From Dragon Ball
That's the
Super,
first
yeah.
thing that popped into my head. I was like, oh yeah, because he was a Kai.
Yeah,
Well, Kai in training.
yeah. But still.
Yeah.
But now, then from there we get the modern times, and we see the Rangers. And the interesting part about this movie is, unlike Mighty Morphin the TV series, where you see these 5 kids in the juice bar and they're hanging out and they're friends. We get a backstory for all of these juvenile delinquents. All of these kids have done something that would make you go, "You ain't really that good, are you?" I mean, the opening is Jason stealing. I'm assuming that was another team's mascot, or just
Yeah.
putting the cow in somebody else's
yeah,
locker.
Yeah, he just
It was
stole
some.
the cow. And
I
put
figured
in
it was some other school's
And
mascot.
That's
They didn't even
Layla's-
do that well, by the way. That was just a bad plan.
That was planned out hard.
You're a
High
bad
school.
planner. That was.
I mean, none of us have ever considered doing anything like that before. I had nothing.
I don't fuck with no cows.
I had nothing to do with an anchor getting painted or anything in high school. Hi, Jeannie.
I mean,
Did you put
yeah.
offers on my anchor?
Not to your knowledge.
I think I vaguely remember our principal's car being shrink wrapped and put on cinder blocks. I think.
But,
I'm getting old.
The cow was Layla, my daughter's favorite part of the movie. She absolutely loved it. because she's a 4-year-old, and like that's what kids do. Let's hope that this is still recording. Oh, it is. Yes, cool.
I don't know. It might just be
We're
because I'm
still alive,
30
folks.
some years older than Ladle, but I think my favorite part was the fucking 50-foot mech doing the super freak. That was great.
Like, Billy, who lets you control it? Put the controls down.
Yeah, it was interesting.
thrill ride, man.
Interesting to see Jason's story. Then, like from Jason, we went to him going to detention, and then we meet Billy for the first time.
Yeah, in detention. Yeah.
And detention, and the big thing about Billy, excuse me, a lot of people pointed this out already. The big thing about Billy is that he is on the spectrum for autism, which explains his genius level intellect and not picking up social cues, like what you'll see throughout the entire movie.
Without just going, oh, he's a nerd.
Yeah,
Like,
Right.
without that trope, which
Yeah.
I'm a big
But
fan
like I
of.
said before, like if you think about it, the original Billy would have also been on the
yeah, he would have easily been on the spectrum nowadays.
Yeah.
And they
Plus,
just
they described it much better in the movie.
they really did, and they had 3 seasons to describe it in Mighty. 4 seasons because he was on Zeo for a season, and they never got to it.
Wow.
But then actually, by the time he was on Zeo, like it was just like David Yost was playing himself.
Yeah. He was just showing up
season
your page.
by season 3, he was playing himself, and he had learned how to fight very well. Clearly, if you look at like subtle cues from the season, I think maybe season 2, he was being trained by Tommy and Jason. At one point, he reached his black belt, so he was no longer a punk. He was Buck Billy.
Right.
So,
Right.
but yeah.
In detention, we also meet Kimberly Hart for the first time, and that was interesting. That was super interesting because Kimberly is no longer California Valley Girl Kimberly.
Oh no.
Kimberly was a cheerleader at one point, it seemed, and got herself in a bit of trouble by sending some pictures, not of herself, but of another classmate to her boyfriend. And, then the Mean Girl stuff happens. Like, it actually kind of turned into that movie for, like, that long.
Mm-hmm.
But the direction it took for that scene was really, really good, though. I enjoyed that a
Yeah,
lot.
apparently, I think Kimberly was a mean girl at one point. And I guess it
That's
Came-
the gist I got.
came back and bit her.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now the girls, I guess, that she was talking to in the bathroom were her former friends. And maybe something happened with them.
Well, they were the Mean Girls group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she did something to them, and now it came back and bit her, and now she sees what was going on was absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, she trumped herself. They cut her out. The Republican Party.
Oh my gosh, that's to give you an RKO for bringing up his name during Power Rangers.
I understand,
Like,
but I mean,
God, he just brought up Master Vile.
right. Oh man.
God, the glue globber. This is Mike Pence.
I hated that damn monster.
I think everybody did. For that was season 3 with the
Yeah,
metallic
it's like
armor.
the first few episodes.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was the end. It was the end of the
It
season.
was the end because it was right before the Zeo quest.
Yeah.
Because that led into Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers, which, God, I would. The more I think about this now, think about the other Ranger teams, the
Aqua
Equation
Rangers.
Rangers would be great. And they could do it right in the movies because they wouldn't have to use Kaku Rangers source material. So they wouldn't
Right.
be using ninja magic for no damn reason with aqua powers.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
So
no,
you'd
they
actually get
already
to see them like
introduced
summon
aliens.
waves and stuff.
Yeah, they already introduced aliens. I mean,
Yeah.
this is an alien force. It's not some ancient
Hey,
cosmic.
can we talk about that for a second? Like that, a lot of people complain about the suits. Because they didn't look like spandex and like the
This
plexiglass helmets.
And this is the thing right here, and I tell people this all the time. The suits on the show, of course, it's spandex because it's a show, and in real life,
from
that's
1992.
Yeah, but that's still armor. You
Right.
can't get through their suits,
Right.
and it protects them and does all the stuff, and the movie does.
Right.
But the movie took an extra step and made it armor. 95 movie made the armor
Yeah.
look as well. Is put it on top.
And
of
everybody wants to
Yeah.
complain about this armor look, but you guys remember the figures we got for the movie? They were the armored ones, but they weren't. It was just a metallic repaint of
Yeah.
figures that we already had.
a cheap
And-
metallic repaint. Oh
It
my
just
gosh.
shipped off, yeah.
But all of us were dumb enough to buy them. And we're like, the armored ranger figures and the movie ones,
The only
I
one
have
I
to
was
buy
able to
this.
get was the really big pink one.
I had
I had
yellow.
Tommy, Billy, and Rocky.
I was only complaining because the original concepts we saw as teasers way back when looked like the Beetleborg costumes.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and actually though, like after watching the movie and seeing what we could have gotten, a lot of people are making the comparison to Iron Man. I don't know. I know you did. I don't know if you got. I don't know if you saw it or not. I posted it, but I don't know if you guys saw it. I saw the concept art for what we could have gotten for these suits. Be happy that we got the ones we did. We literally almost got Iron Man Power Ranger suits. That's what they literally almost. They were literally form-fitting Iron Man looking Power Ranger suits, like with the flip down mask and the whole nine. I was like, why would you do that?
No.
I mean, well, we already got Krispy Kremes all throughout the goddamn movie. Might as well just run around
with
shouting
that.
Marvel.
No, they shattered Bumblebee.
No, yeah, they gave Hasbro a shout out.
That just gave me an idea for something completely unrelated.
Is it unrelated though, D? Is it?
You'll see in a few
I
weeks.
think it has. Yeah, I already knew that. I almost feel bad for people not in this group now.
Right. And
Yeah.
Almost.
if you're in Northeast Ohio and you're listening to this and you're a Power Rangers fan, search Power Rangers Neo, Neo, on Facebook. And if we like you, we'll add you to the group.
Yes. Morphin Grid must pick you. We are the Morphin Grid of that group. So,
Really are.
yeah.
Well, actually, the four of us doing this podcast are our four of the admins.
Yeah.
Moving on. We
We covered Trini and Zach.
digressed. We didn't. Well, in detention, you see like Billy and Jason get to know each other because Billy rescues. Well, not Billy. Jason rescues Billy from a bully.
He slapped the
Slapped
shit
the
out.
shit
Oh my
Weird.
god.
He's like, did you just slap me? He said, yeah, I did.
Weird, right? That was probably the best line that Jason delivered the entire movie.
I think that was the best bully handling in any
really
movie,
was good.
any movie ever.
It was because that was realistic.
Right, he didn't come out doing some fucking backwards off the wall flip
No.
kick in the middle of detention.
And it
hall.
wasn't like, I'm going to go tell an adult that's going to do nothing about this.
Just open palms.
He smacked the shit out of him.
Smacked
Like,
him in the face, and he didn't know what to do.
He did
It
the
was
whole-
one of those downward slaps, too. It was
right.
Yeah.
You know when your mama slap you for picking up a candy bar you weren't supposed to in the grocery store?
That's
he
what it
got
reminded
that
me
in
of.
the face.
He really did. I'd honestly say that from there you get to see that bond, start with Billy and Jason.
Yeah.
Because I want to say with Jason's character being the former football star that got in a car accident, messed up his knee, and like got arrested, messing up his football career, Jason Scott, the football player, wouldn't have been friends with Billy Cranston.
No.
Like, they would not have hung out. It wouldn't have been a conversation. But Jason Scott, the injured, feeling bad for himself in detention, like, watching this kid get picked on guy, he's friends with Billy. And then Billy, like, it's like, hey, I need, you meet up outside of detention. He's like, you want to hang out? Well, I don't really want you to hang out. I got this thing I need help with. And he's like, I got a car and you can have it if you drop me off where I'm going, which turns out to be a lie.
I mean, but they even explained the point you're just going through his mom, because he shows up at his house and she's like, Jason fucking Scott?
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Everybody in town knew him.
Yeah, I
he
actually,
was a big deal, but
Yeah.
he first of all, he got injured. He threw his whole, high school football career away.
I mean, his mom was like, really? This?
right, that's John and I were talking about that yesterday. Like, when he shows up, Billy's mom reacts to
Yeah,
it. It's
she
like,
was
Jason
shocked.
Scott?
She was about ready to let him take her boy to Mexico. Like, that's what he
She's
wanted
like,
to
She
do.
take the
thought,
bag.
she thought he was a good kid, regardless of what he.
Right.
Right, well, that
But
and
that's
it's
that
the
star-
football
It's the
star
football
Yeah.
star of the
That
high
too.
school. Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
town. And, like, my immediate thought is, as Billy's parent would have been like, oh, Billy's going to help Jason with his homework. Or, like, he's tutoring him so he can get back out there or something. Like, but, like, on that same note, I would be like, this kid is talking to my son, man. That's awesome. Especially because you later find out that it's just Billy and his mom now. Billy's dad passed away. He was a minor. They never say what happened. Was it cancer? Did they say cancer? He said he got sick.
He said he
Yeah,
got
so
sick.
Sick.
probably
Could have
cancer
been
from
black
being a
lung.
minor.
Yeah, anything.
Yeah.
We all know those conditions.
Yeah, but Billy's form of autism drives him to, well, not autism, because they never actually say it's autism. They just say he's on the spectrum. But
Well, we clearly have realized that he's like high functioning.
yeah,
Yes.
he goes back to the mine where him and his dad used to hang out, because his dad would take him to the mine to show him, cool stuff as a kid, which, I mean, that would have been awesome. Like, in a mining town, like, your dad's a miner, like, hey, let me show you around. I'm not going to let you blow anything up, but take a look at this.
But they did dig together. He
Yeah, they did
mention
dig,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, they used to find stuff and they keep it.
He said, my dad will let me keep anything I found. Those were the rules.
Yeah.
You find it, you keep it.
And then, which is highly illegal and a federal crime.
And he also said his dad left a bunch of stuff up there for him too.
Yeah.
And that box he was trying to take.
Yeah, they get to the mine, and then that's where we meet
Trini and Zach.
Trini and Zach. Or did we see Kimberly again first, or we see
we
Trini?
saw
We saw
Kimberly.
Kimberly again first.
No, we saw Trini and Zach first.
No, you're right, because it was daytime still.
Yeah, just
Because he
Zach.
was up there doing his Craigslist thing.
Yeah,
Oh, we see
yeah.
them before they blow. Yeah, before they blow.
Yeah, and then you
That's
see
right.
Trini doing yoga or Tai Chi
Yeah.
on the mountain, and then you see Zach spying on her because Zach. But they don't meet up with the others yet. Then we see Jason
No, it's
walk.
not until they-
Jason tries to
thing.
leave Billy, and then he like is out in the woods while Billy's dragging this big ass crate of shit up the hill that you later find out are explosive charges that they had in the
They
back of his
dropped a
mom's
lot.
van. They really did. So they go. He sees Kimberly, who's like about to jump in the water, and like looks like just her bra. And so of course Jason is Craigslisting Kimberly at this point. He's standing out there looking at her.
But that was it wasn't like you went there looking for her.
Yeah, but he stood there though.
If you see a white girl in the woods about to go skinny dipping, you gonna walk away?
Actually, she was not white.
No, she's not white. She's half Palestinian.
Close enough.
But her character is racially ambiguous.
If
Yeah.
you see a milky skinned,
Because even Alpha mentions later in the movie, he said different colored kid.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah,
did.
That's
He
one of my
did.
favorite
Each,
lines.
and each one of them are a different race.
I mean,
I'm
shit,
like,
they were damn near Bebe's kids.
They really were.
But yeah, no.
So we see them hanging out, and then like he thinks that Kimberly is drowning. So here comes noble Jason Scott again, about to jump in to save her, and before he gets a chance to, she like yells at him. She's like, "You always follow me up here," or something along
he
those
said,
lines.
"Oh, you know my name, huh?"
Yeah. Then,
Oh, yeah.
he calls her by name, and
Yeah, she's like, it's weird to hear you say my name.
yeah, because apparently they weren't friends either. Yet
No.
again, being a
But he-
cheerleader and
yeah.
being a football
They
player,
knew of each other.
they knew who each other were, but they didn't know each other. Cue the explosion. We hear the bang, and then Zach shows up first. I think, yeah, Zach shows up first, and then Trini comes up and it's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
restricted area."
Yeah, but I think this explosion actually caused her to slip and fall down that little skiff she was standing on.
Yes.
They collapsed under
Yeah,
her.
it collapsed when she comes over.
And
But
she
she
gets
did-
up perfectly
She
fine.
did.
by
She
the
kind
way,
of slid on
because-
top of it, but she could have died if she went under it.
Yeah, she did. Then we have the initial discovery of the power coins.
Zach starts breaking shit.
Zach really does. Like
He just starts.
He's like, ooh, shiny.
he's like,
Yeah.
"There's something in there," and he goes and grabs a pickaxe and starts going
Like,
at it.
He went autistic for a second. He was just,
Wow.
I was gonna say he played too much Skyrim.
oh,
I think mine was better. Zach clearly plays too much Skyrim and thought that mining was perfectly okay as long as you had a pickaxe. And they starts picking away at it, and like then they get the first coin, and like he sees it. Well, it's still encased, and everybody sees it. They're like, "There's something in there," and Zach gets ready to break it again, and everybody's like, "No, no, no!" And he's like, "Fuck it," and cracks it open. Then they get the power coins. Then you hear 5-0. Mine security shows up.
2.5.
2.5, yes. They drive off in Billy's van. At first, it's just Billy, Jason, and Kim.
And yeah,
Yeah, 'cause-
they're
Yeah.
all in the van, and then you see off to their left or whatever.
It was like some gone in
Oh, no, it's Billy
It
and,
was just
it's
Billy and Jason, wasn't
Yeah,
it? And then
and
Kim.
Kimberly
Yeah.
had
Then the girls are running by, and he pulls both of the girls in.
Well, they had to wait for Zach and Trini to catch up first, and then
Well,
they're
Zach
running.
jumps on
No,
later.
Zach jumps on later. The
jumps
girl,
on.
Right,
Zach
right.
jumps
The
on.
girls were on foot.
the girls
Yeah.
were on foot. They
Then heard a thump.
J-
and it's like,
Yeah,
what
the,
the hell are
the
you
entire
doing?
roof caves in, so it was already half destroyed before.
and then the van flips.
Yeah, train hits.
They got smacked.
They got hit by a train. And you know what? This is if I had one major complaint about this movie, is that they never rectify the van situation.
I was going to say, because he's got a black mom.
Yes,
I meant to
exactly.
text her
See,
about it.
I'm,
missing.
I'm assuming
Where-
maybe that van was left somewhere with no plates, and he
No,
just,
it was
No,
his
they
mom's
show a
van.
scene later.
That
She
was-
knows,
that
she
was her
knows
van?
who took
That was her
van.
van.
That was
okay.
her
Because
van.
I didn't
Yeah.
I didn't really catch where the van.
Yeah, when they
came
go
from.
back,
yeah.
He just said I have access to.
Well,
a
because
car."
while he's working in the mine setting up the explosives, he's talking to his dad still. He's talking to his
Yeah,
dad
he says
out loud,
something about-
and he's like, "Oh, I borrowed the van, but I didn't tell Mom. But I figure I'm telling you, so that's okay, right?" And I was like, "That's the way somebody on the spectrum would think too, especially because he's not. Those emotional connections aren't 100% for him.
Yeah.
So like, he's like, I'm telling Dad. So I'm telling Dad to pay for him.
That's going to be loud as
That
hell
is going to
on
be
the recording.
super loud.
Yeah, I thought it came from
Start
behind me.
going,
Did
right?
that come from behind me?
No, it's
Oh, okay.
John's lightsaber. Yeah, it's still
the
recording.
phone on mute.
I mean, that wasn't a lightsaber. That was a
That was a power wave.
yeah. That was the morphin grid.
That was a
That was my
photon
stomach.
force saber.
Photon
Yeah,
katana.
that was a power sword that they don't explain
there you
about.
go.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But yeah, my biggest takeaway was like that they never explained about the van. Yet again, D, Cajun, and I, and John, based on his grandmother, who may not have been black on the outside, was definitely a black woman, can tell y'all that if any of us had that borrowed the van and come home without it,
We would have never got out of the house again.
Dude, I borrowed my own car one time in high school and I got in trouble. Except I came back with pierced ears and my mom wasn't happy about that.
My mom hung me by my ankles. After calling the neighbor's kids over to watch, hung me by my ankles and beat my ass for taking a Sega game to school. It was Echo the fucking Dolphin. Echo the fucking Dolphin.
Why the fuck didn't you just take the case? You had to show that you had the cartridge?
Yeah, I did. I don't know. I was stupid. NBA Jams Tournament Edition.
Oh my
Man, I
god.
walked back in. She was just standing there waiting. And that was when she was working for the post office, so she had them thick ass postal belts. She just snatched me up with one hand and the other hand just went to town. I ain't take shit out of that.
see, these were high school and little kid stories. I was 19.
That was elementary school.
And I went to Pittsburgh for a laser show I was working. I don't remember what I did. I was gone for the weekend. I came back home, walked in the house, and my mother slapped me across the face and said, "Your ass did something this weekend." I was like, "I did. I'm sorry." So Billy's mom not going after him for that van missing. Unless it was still the culture shock of like, he's hanging with Jason Scott.
No,
No, black mom. She would have been mad as hell.
Yeah.
She'd have been mad as hell.
There were-
Especially
at the
because
very least, even considering the culture shock, there would have been a conversation.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what was missing.
Maybe it was a deleted
So
scene.
it definitely
Yeah.
had plates on it then.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was the family van.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it had wood paneling on the side of it. It was the family van.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but I had explained to one of my friends that was with us when we were watching the movie that when they just woke up in their rooms the next day after they got hit by the van, the power protected them. That's why they didn't freaking die, and also
It sent them home, probably.
Yeah, it probably just teleported them home. Because we didn't see them teleport, but it's implied that that's what happened.
They were saving money on budget. Like that's, they,
Yeah.
$110 million budget.
right. See, that's what John and I were talking about that yesterday. Is like because the power coins can move. Because this is what you see the next day when they wake up. We get Jason first,
Yes.
right? We get
Yeah,
Jason,
this was freaky.
and Jason sets he wakes up, realizes he's at home, starts to freak out a little bit, goes to the bathroom, takes the coin with him, takes his shirt off. Well, no, he sets the coin down.
No, he
in
doesn't
his
have the
bedroom.
coin. He doesn't take
set
the
it
coin.
right
with
by
him.
his
He
bed.
He
notices
set it
it,
next to his bed on his
sets it-
nightstand.
pulls it out of his pocket, sets it on his bed, goes to the bathroom, and then it's on the sink.
Yeah.
Then he goes, no, actually, he sees it after he throws up, because he throws
Yes.
up, because he's still waking up from the shock of, oh shit, I just got in a major car accident last night, I should be dead. And then he sees the power coin and starts to freak out. Breaks his
We're
sink.
going from spoilers to we're just going to tell you every detail.
Hey, we gave you fair warning
did.
by the
We're
time
just-
you actually do see
Y'all ain't
this.
going to have
I
to go
mean,
watch the movie.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
we're
but I mean,
just-
if you listen to this and you haven't seen the movie, this is your own fault.
yeah.
We'll tag this with
I don't know
spoilers.
anyone in their right mind that would listen to a spoiler of a show like this and not see the movie unless you really don't
We're gonna
care.
have-
But if you care, this is your fault.
We know a
Yeah,
lot of people.
we're
don't
going to
care,
have
you're
to
not
put
listening to this anyway.
spoilers / entire screenplay.
/ NSFW.
Right? Yeah, oh yeah.
This has actually probably been the least NSFW.
I
one
think
we've
I've
done
said
so far.
fuck a few times.
Oh, but-
And you said ass.
yeah,
like a
but
bunch
this
of
is-
times.
this is-
comparatively.
How this bitch gonna tell me she don't like to be choked? That
Yeah,
was
that
the
was-
lead of our second episode. And now we've crossed into that choke
Yeah.
territory.
All right, we are there, folks. We are there.
That was Tony's face when he started. Like, what the fuck did I let him use the comic shop for?
Welcome.
Robot Zero Comics and Toys in Geneva, Ohio.
Jefferson.
Geneva.
No, Bridge Street.
No. That one we're not talking about because we don't know them yet.
No, that's fine. No, I was just joking because everybody's like, everybody thought it was Tony's shop, as far as I could tell through questions.
seems
A
like
lot of people are like, "Is that the one Tony Capo's opening?" I'm like, "The one that Tony's had for a year and a half now." Like,
So yeah. Anyway.
but moving on. Then you see the rest of the Rangers' reactions to the. Well, no, we don't see Zach and Trini.
No.
We don't get to see their
No, we
reactions.
see-
Yeah,
we
'cause
see
Zach is
Billy-
a truant,
Pretty much,
and-
it was just Billy and Jason.
Billy,
Yeah, they meet
Jason,
up
and
at
Kim.
school, right?
Yeah.
After that.
You do see. Well, I know Zach has a scene that's cut out, and he talks about it later because he says, "Did you jump over a house?" Because
Oh,
that's
yeah.
in one of the trailers. They
Yeah,
show
it was.
Zach jumping over his house, and I was like, "Where's that in the movie?" And like, it must have they must have cut it for time or
The
something.
final trailer they released, I just realized this after seeing the movie. The final trailer where they're like, "This is it. This is official. This is what we're going with." Everything in it is from the last 30 minutes of the damn movie.
Oh yeah,
The entire
oh, yeah. Like you.
Yeah, but you can't sell that movie.
If they
without
had,
the action.
if they had just done the trailers just based on the exposition of the character development, none of us would
no
have
one
wanted to
would
see
wanna
it.
go
No,
see it,
you're,
yeah.
you're not wrong, but it just when I went back and saw it after, I was like, huh, because I was both surprised and happy with the fact that they just weren't morphing 50,000 times throughout
Yeah.
the
No.
whole movie,
I like the way
And
they did it.
Voltron actually does this on that new series on Netflix, and it's
which I need
explained.
to finish. Oh my god!
Yeah, but they explain it like if you get to see this like every single episode, it's gonna lose its luster.
Yeah, because
and
they
why
literally
want-
don't
yeah.
use Voltron as a whole.
Yeah,
Except for like 3 out of all of the episodes, 3 or 4
Yeah.
out of all the episodes of season 2, which is good. Like you said, it's a good thing. Like, 'cause other than that, we got the 80 series all over again, to where we're like, they're gonna form Voltron. Oh look, they beat the monster.
I think I'm on episode 4 of the second season.
and then with Power Rangers, if they were like morph the entire movie a bunch of times, like they struggled to morph in this movie.
Yeah,
Which was great for the
And
story.
it's an
I like
origin
that they-
story.
they
You
didn't
don't know
make
how to
it
use
easy.
your powers right
Yeah.
away.
yeah, it wasn't
That was the
just like-
best. That was nice too, seeing them actually train, because it's always like, hey, they have powers.
You're
and now they
connected to
can
the
fight.
morphing grid. All of a sudden, you know how to fight and drive your swords.
Well, I was always told with the show the information on how to drive the Zords is in your helmet.
Well, see, I'm okay
and
with
it's implied by
that
Time
part.
Force, so you can see it.
It's actually they explain in Mighty Morphin once they yet again. I just started watching it again when they first pilot the Zords. Kimberly says something about already knowing how to drive it, and so does Billy and Trini, and it's because of the morphing grid.
Yeah.
That's the explanation. So, but to see for the TV series that works. For this movie, them going into a broader explanation, I like that a lot better. I like the fact that we see them learning how to fight and learning how to train
I saw
and
him.
de-attacking the stink bug.
Hey, I saw a motherfucker jump, so I got him. Bitch! I got him. I had to go NWA.
That was RWA.
Straight
Hey,
out,
bro, motherfucker!
straight out of Eltar.
Oh, man.
Oh shit.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah. Anyway, like to see the reactions to them all having the power, and it's a very teenage thing of them to do, especially when you see Billy, Zach, and Trini meeting. No, Billy, Kim, and Jason meeting up in school, going, "Hey, something weird's happening to me. Is it
Yeah.
happening to you?" Because like Kim crushes her smartphone in her hand, and like I was saying this to John yesterday. My one problem with that is, as a teenage girl with a cell phone, you ain't just gonna be like, "Oh shit, I crushed my phone." But then you think about it, she seemed like her family got money.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
plus,
and-
she ain't got no friends anymore anyway.
Right. She doesn't need it
and
for anything.
I'm assuming a lot of them were in their right mind. Because honestly, going back to you talk about Jason throwing up. I honestly thought that was from the changes of his.
It could have been.
Yeah.
This,
That
this,
could be.
It's
keep
like
in
second
mind-
puberty.
Keep in mind, this is like a foreign. This is a form of radiation they've been exposed to,
Yeah.
which is like I'll take it back to Power Rangers Zeo, which when Jason couldn't handle the Gold Ranger powers. This first of all, this wasn't even meant for human physiology. Second of all, this is a form of radiation which you've been infused with.
Yeah.
Not using a conduit of a morph like they had with the Zeonizers. This is infused into your body, so you're gonna go through changes.
The same thing with Mighty Morphin. Like with these guys, they directly are linked to the morphing grid through the power
Yeah.
coin itself. Like you said, there is no conduit. That is a big thing. Is what a lot of people don't realize.
Unless the coin is the conduit.
Yeah, but still, it's the
Yeah.
the coin doesn't have anything housing it, like you're
Yeah,
saying.
right.
That's a lot of things people don't realize. Is actually none of us realize there is no morpher in this movie.
Oh no, we talked about it after that night because
Yeah,
you were
we-
like, "I bought the toys, and now it's not in what the fuck."
Yeah,
Like, I remember that very specifically.
I was pissed.
He was like, "But I'm gonna still buy them." No, like he was.
I kept it.
Yeah, he
I'm
was.
gonna keep it. Like I'm mad as hell. They ain't
I wish
using
it
it.
would have had more color. I'm gonna be honest with you when I bought it.
That's right. You have one too. That's right.
Yeah,
I feel less
impulse
bad
buy.
about that.
I didn't buy one.
I mean, you and Sofa are the only Neo ones that have a Morpher.
I
Probably
don't
buy
even
the
display
coin
it. It's
set.
like hiding.
I'm
behind
definitely
my
gonna buy that
pictures.
coin
Coin set I want. It looks anything like the ones in the movie.
Yeah, well, they're full size like the movie ones.
Well, yeah, but I'm
this
gonna wait till I see
man
the
after the
actual.
Yeah. I like the fact that the box lights up.
Great. He says stop fucking with my emotions.
I was mad.
Zordon's in the movie. Shut up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
There's 5 of them. There's a red one, a blue one.
Shut up.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't understand what we're talking about, D went with a group right after we saw it and asked us not to spoil the movie. So we spoiled the movie. We told him Alpha 5 was in it. We told him that it was Power Rangers. There were some giant robots and some giant monsters.
It was originally supposed to be a giant group thing, but we're all on different adult schedules.
Yeah.
We're on a adult
It
spectrum.
wasn't. We're on the adult spectrum. Yeah.
We're and for you sensitive asses out there, say, oh, they're making fun of autism. No, the fuck we're not. Shut the fuck up. No, the fuck we're not.
No, we're not. We're not at all. We're making fun of
Kills a
ourselves.
bug, he gets angry.
He
Right?
can say that. He can beat you up. Y'all can't argue with it.
Should have seen when he did that stink bug.
Yeah, and I didn't even get any bug on the envelope.
He's gonna break out that Alpha 5 German suplex.
Power Rangers! Y'all didn't even see it demorph right before he attacked the stink bug.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Can we talk about that German suplex for us?
Oh, that Megazord German suplex was like my favorite part of the
Ooh,
movie.
that was awesome.
I was
He
so
said,
happy because
remember
we're used to
the
just
pit?
seeing them move and punch and like barely.
I like how they were saying.
I like how they
the
tried to
whole
take a
time.
step and it fell flat on the
Yes.
face.
Let's show
It's
him.
like, who the fuck's got the leg?
Oh, you got one too? That reminds me. I was thinking about that. Dude, seriously, with the whole teamwork thing being built into the movie, the fucking video game you got was just like that too. If you play multiplayer, even controlling the Zords, you kind of got to go
Yep. Yeah, you still need to play
simultaneously.
that,
Yeah, it
Me
was.
and India talked about that on the way home too.
Yeah, you
I
gotta-
said, yeah, like when you push the buttons too damn late.
Yeah, exactly. It was just. I was thinking about that. the
Cajun and
whole
I
damn
were in
time.
sync. Me and Jeannie were not in sync doing the Megazord.
What is it about girls and pushing the button at the same time?
So many
Y'all
ways
gotta
to go.
Come on.
Y'all gotta. She's just
It's
happy.
and I'm reading them all. BXYA.
She's just happy to
Dave was
spend
in the
time
hurry
with
and
her
was
man.
pushing too quick.
Yeah, y'all gotta. She's just happy to spend time with her man. Like, I don't
Is that a
have
normal
with-
problem?
Okay, you can play with your daughter though, Cajun. It's okay.
No, I can't. That girl don't listen for shit. Oh my god.
He's like,
Push
you met
X. Why? Oh my god.
What's the buttons on the screen?
I can't tell you how many times she's restarted Skyrim just because she likes watching the head change, creating her character. Bitch, play the game. I think the furthest she's got into the goddamn thing is 3 hours. I did. So I go and I buy her one of them Sega emulators for Christmas because I'm like, you starting from the beginning. I hate you. Spoil. But you don't even know how good you got it. I ain't have save files. I ain't have nothing.
Yo, shit. Yeah.
I buy her this Sega emulator, and I swear to God, she picked this up, played for all of 5 minutes, and was like, what is this? That is your life until you beat at least 5 of the games on
It's
that
like, how do I
thing.
change the face on my character?
She ain't touched it. She can't stand
Can't
it.
even see faces on those characters.
Meanwhile, my dumb ass a couple weeks ago, I plugged it up to the big TV in the living room. I'm like, fuck it, I'm playing Altered Beast. I don't care. Like, dang.
I need
You got
to
mad at how hard it was and threw it down.
Power up.
I need
Like,
to hook mine up. It's in the living room.
where were we? Oh, you were talking about the training. It was going to the pit and the suplex.
Well,
and
actually, well, no, we
and the
don't.
We weren't
morphing,
there yet.
They,
We
they
don't-
were getting sick.
Did we see Rita appear?
Yeah, we saw her.
Jason's dad's shipping boat scooped her up.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
So somewhere in
found her-
between where we were
Yeah,
at.
we
I think
got.
she
Well, they got the
appears.
coins. They decide to go back to the ship. They go to the ship. They meet Zordon and Alpha, which that scene in and of itself was amazing.
Yes, because Alpha kind of kicked their asses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Unless it
No, I
was just
thinking,
Zach.
'cause
'cause
you
Zach
mentioned
was- Zach was always
Rita
in
being
trouble.
picked up by the ship. The thing I probably only subtly thought about until now, this alien race that they were apparently can metamorph in some shape. She was an alien.
Well, they're all
different aliens.
Different
That's what I
aliens
thought.
They were?
from what we could
That's,
tell.
yeah, because the
even
Yellow Ranger looked different
the
than
Yellow
Zordon.
Ranger was different. Zordon was definitely Altarian. Like
Yes.
Zordon actually looks like the Zordon from the '95 movie. In the case, they made him look very similar to that.
Well, whatever Rita was, she could shape change because she started out as one thing completely and then made herself human as fuck. And let me tell you what, I had the weirdest boner. Once she was about 75% through her transformation.
I mean, it's Elizabeth Banks. So.
I mean, I couldn't hate her, and I said this. I couldn't. that's what I was trying to tell you in the movie.
You
was
almost
not.
you spoiled it.
No, what? All I said was
You
she
said
was
you,
sexy. All I
you
was
said
she
she's
was
gonna
sexy.
be too hot for you to hate
That's
as an
what
alien.
That's what I said.
You said you're gonna wish you could bone this alien. Like, on the spot, shut up.
It's the truth though. The faces she was making, fucking sticking her tongue out.
Yeah, Danny
Eat that
said
Krispy
she
Kreme
enjoyed
donut?
this way too much. Every time she did something bad, it's like she was having an orgasm every
Well,
time.
Well, I mean, that's what she's done. That's,
Well, yeah, that's what makes her happy, you know?
yeah.
I was thoroughly.
she's
I'm
a
like,
miserable person.
And
That's
well,
a
she
lie.
wasn't getting that gold though. Like
I was almost pulling for her. I'm like, shit, fuck it. Like,
these kids ain't gonna ever morph anyway. Fuck it. You
pretty much.
take over the planet, bitch. But
Especially when she pulled out that one fucking torture choke collar too.
oh yeah.
Remember? Yeah, and I was like, take me.
By the way, she killed everybody in that jewelry store.
Oh, yeah.
They're all dead.
Oh,
The
yeah.
couple that was in there was not even smart enough to just run out.
No.
Right.
She wasn't even fucking with y'all. You
You
just
see
hide in
this
the corner.
bitch? If she ate a gold necklace, I'm leaving.
Right.
I'm getting the hell out.
I'm just,
Like,
my
this
safe
bitch
word
is,
is pineapple.
Wow, this took a dark turn.
You are,
We brought Cajun on. What do you expect?
yeah.
That's my role in these things at this point.
Anyhow, can we talk about Jason's dad? And I'm not.
He knows.
Well,
knows.
there's that, but that's not what I wanted to get at
All
yet.
right, that was-
The way the actor, the way they made him look. Can we say? And
It's like Austin.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
they
to the
wanted
point-
Austin to play that role, and you can tell they did.
Yeah, to the point where we saw him on a fishing boat, and we're like, is that Austin St. John?
Yeah. Like, I was like, is that a cameo? Because I thought it was a different actor on the boat. Like when he's like,
Yeah.
here's the keys. Like fuck it, you know. But then you find out it's Jason's dad going, yeah, I don't want to fucking be here. You're a cop. Have at it. Like do whatever. Like it's
That's
a
that
dead. There's a
small
dead
town-
body.
That's a small town shit again too, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's that.
Because everybody
that
knows
indie-
everybody.
Yeah, pretty much.
Looked like they were like a one stoplight town, something.
Yeah,
like
it's a fishing and a mining town.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, and that actually makes sense being. And then they never established
whole
where Angel
city
Grove
was
is in
fucking
this, do they? Is it
destroyed.
California?
They didn't say where it was,
they didn't.
no.
Angel Grove being a mining town doesn't make much sense
somewhere
in
in
California.
Somewhere in
There's gold
Utah,
in
there is an
California.
Angel Grove,
Oh, yeah.
Utah.
Could have been a salt, but they never said what they were mining either. Could have been.
It was
salt
gold.
It was
mine.
gold.
It was gold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it
fair
says,
enough.
yeah.
That's where Goldar came from.
Yeah,
No,
that's
understandable.
why.
I just meant they didn't go out of their way to say it.
Yeah.
Maybe it was
Is what is
Utah.
all
There
I
is an Angel Grove, Utah in real life.
Oh, it's awfully sunny to be Utah.
As long as it's not across the bay from Gotham and Metropolis, I don't fucking care where it is.
It could be. It
I
could.
just hope
Actually,
it
because
is.
they mentioned Batman and Mighty Morphin.
Missing Transformers, Batman, Iron Man.
And Mighty Morphin, Ernie mentions Batman.
Oh, there was
Oh, yeah,
Easter
he
eggs
does.
like a motherfucker. We're gonna have to go back. and
Oh yeah,
take
I'm
a
definitely
look.
going to be seeing this movie again.
Oh, yeah.
In theaters. But to see Rita the first time, she is like almost skeletal, like broken
Pretty
down. Like
much,
they
yeah.
find
She's a
her in the
corpse.
bay,
Yeah, she
and
was
She almost looked like that species alien.
she
from
eats.
way back
Yeah,
then.
yeah,
Remember
really.
that movie?
And she eats the
That
cop.
ugly, rubbery green looking too. She,
Eats the cop, and then you see her show up, and we talked about it already, but you see her show up at a jewelry store.
yeah.
And actually, do we see
You see the bum first.
you see
you
the
see
bum,
her,
and then
yeah.
you see
She's
Zordon
telling
telling them about her first, because none of the as teenage kids like this big face on the wall is talking to you. None of these kids are like they're like
taking it
"Yeah,
seriously.
I can't do this. And then he freezes them, apparently freezes them in a morphing grid and shows them a vision of Rita Repulsa.
And Jason says, "Why did you show us that bad dream?" He said, "That was not a dream. That's what's going to happen, you
Right.
idiot."
They didn't even really
Listen
want to
for a
believe they
second.
had found what they found
Right.
at
Yeah,
first. They
right.
were like, this isn't really a spaceship. This is...
Except for
It's a
Billy.
lot to take in, though.
Except for Billy. Billy was like, "We're on a spaceship."
Oh, yeah. He was all about it. He's like,
He was very black and white. This is what it is. That's what it is.
Right.
This is,
It looks like a spaceship. It's a spaceship. We're on a spaceship. You guys on a spaceship? I'm on a spaceship. And from there, we see them.
Alpha with that get over here.
Oh yeah, that long arm shit.
It was great.
And let's talk about Alpha's design. A lot of people hated that before we saw the movie.
It was very close.
It caught
to
me
the
off
original
guard,
Saban.
but I was a fan.
Seeing it in action, it works.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's like I like the suits much better seeing them in the movie than
People
in
were
any
just
pictures. of
bitching
them.
about
Same
stuff
with
because
Alpha.
it's different, and it's like this isn't
But
a
they
movie necessarily for us. Though.
But
They
they
would
would
have bitched the same way if it was exactly the same as the
if
series.
they
Yeah.
had done their
Yeah.
suits, spandex, the exact same as Jew Ranger, except for made Trini's costume more feminine, they still would have complained about that too. So I mean, no matter how you slice
Yep,
it, people
you're
are
right.
going to complain. I mean, we're all Transformers fans. Look at the heat that we've been getting from the movies not being exactly like G1 Transformers. Although there are 8 iterations of Transformers between G1 and the movies, people still think, oh, it's got to be exactly like G1 or it's not the same.
I'm like, motherfucker, did you try to put together a continuity between for the whole thing of G1? You know how hard that is?
You can't.
There's
Like
no way.
season 3 is the most solid continuity, and it was the worst season of all of them, and that's mostly because Rodimus Prime. That's another podcast. We'll talk about
you gotta
after
give
that last
Rodimus a
night.
break.
No, I don't. Hot Rod was awesome. Rodimus was a bitch. We'll get back. We'll get to that after last night comes out. Anyhow, the great thing, like Cajun said and like John said, is one thing that you learn about the power set for these guys is they can't just morph whenever they want to.
Nope.
They have to be in sync. Their hearts have to essentially be one. It's very Captain Planet like. They can't just be like, it's morphin' time, pull out their coin and their armor. At least in this movie, they can't individually.
Because this is like I mentioned before. Like this is something they had to learn how to use their
Yeah.
powers. Like you just when something like this happens to you, you don't automatically know how to first of all how to take it.
Well, and
Right.
They couldn't. They were. I wouldn't even say they couldn't believe it or weren't taking it serious at first. I think they were more so in denial because they were scared.
Well, the other
One of
thing
them
is-
actually even said they were scared.
yeah, this makes them superhuman without being morphed right off the
Yeah.
bat, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
something we didn't get until I think the first civilian powers in the series was Andros, right?
Yeah.
Or
Andros.
Technically Trey or Triforia because it was 3.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's technically season 1. Technically, I mean, even though they were all, I would say 3 of them: Trini, Zach, and Jason, and then Tommy. So 4. They were all martial artists initially, but these guys were jumping high as hell in the sky, flipping and
Fighting putties still.
fighting.
Yeah,
putties.
demorphed, yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
then,
so
and then the
technically,
super
yeah.
putties when they came around.
Yeah.
So technically, they did have the civilian powers, but to a lesser degree. Now,
Yeah, but
it
we
just
don't really.
wasn't-
I mean, it
but
makes them
nothing,
stronger.
not like this though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
this like lets you jump over a crevice that's
Yeah,
like
Yeah, not
and
to
the
the
way they
point of-
described like the morphing in this, it was more like just armor. It didn't implement anything on their strength. It didn't make them stronger. when
no,
they
it
were
just
morphed.
protected
It
you.
just protected them.
Yeah.
Like you already have the power.
Whereas like in the
They said
show
the
when they were
armor
morphed, they
said-
got stronger.
Zordon
Yeah.
even said the armor is you already have it. It's
Yeah.
Once you become one with the morphing gradient.
It's
infused
inside
with
you,
your body. Yeah.
So, I mean, they do a good job of making this their own thing, but I really like the fact that like they don't need to morph. I do also like the big callback to when Zordon explains to them that their Power Rangers is the same 3 rules, are the same 3 rules
Yeah.
for Mighty Morphin. Yeah, never escalate a battle, avoid conflict if you can, or
Pretty much.
no,
don't-
never use your
don't-
powers for
yeah,
personal gain, never
personal
escalate
gain.
a battle, and never
Don't
reveal
your
yourself.
identity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same 3 rules of from Mighty Morphin to I'd say Lost Galaxy is where they did that.
No, they still kind of had it secret in Lost Galaxy, even though they kind of didn't need to. Nobody kind of cared. Lightspeed Rescue, they were public.
Lightspeed
That
Rescue,
terrible.
they're public. Time Force, they went public after the Silver Guardian thing happened. Like everybody started to
Right. Yeah. They were
Kinda
public
had-
at first.
yeah. But then Wild Force were public. Ninja Storm was public. No, Ninja Storm wasn't public.
No, they were secret.
Dino Thunder was secret. Well, that's because
Yellow
Tommy was the
Wild
leader of the
Force
team.
Yeah.
I said the yellow Wild Force Ranger.
The red one, you mean?
No, the yellow one.
The other one was a dude in Japan, by the way.
Oh no, wasn't the yellow Wild Force Ranger the girl that was on Spartacus?
No, you're thinking of
you're thinking of
Anna
Jungle Fury.
Hutchison from
That's Jungle
Jungle
Fury.
Fury.
Jungle Fury. Oh my
Wild
God, that
Force,
girl was
Jungle
hot.
Fury.
I went out
you
with a
can't get mad
girl
at me
one
for
time
confusing
just
them.
because she looks like her. Yes.
I'm just. You can't
That
get
was
mad
a
at me
mark,
for
yes.
confusing them.
Right.
The girl's hot.
Got scared.
Yeah.
Hey,
Anyway.
I am the white tiger.
Anonymity is a big part of, in my opinion, anonymity is a big thing about being a Power Ranger. Like, I don't really see the need for the fame and everything that follows, like, being a Ranger, other than, like, a team like
Tony
Lightspeed
Stark,
Rescue.
He hates it.
Right. Team like Lightspeed Rescue or RPM or
Yeah.
all that, to where, like, you can't help but be
Yeah.
public because you're a defender of, like, one specific area that
Yeah.
was, you're made for that job. And then the end of In Space where they all morphed in front of everybody.
SPD as well, I think, unless you already said that.
Oh yeah, SPD are cops.
Yeah.
Like that's the training facility in the future for Power Rangers. Like, I hope they bring that back into canon at some point. For
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing is the storytelling
It was very fleshed out.
without
Yeah.
being in your face. Like, we have an autistic kid. Nowhere in the movie does it say the word autistic ever. We've got a lesbian Power Ranger. Nowhere in the movie does it say lesbian.
and they don't like.
They don't
Yeah,
try
it's
and
not
drill it
in
into
your-
you.
Okay, this is.
It was very realistic to how she would be experiencing it as a teenager.
Right.
Because they didn't make it her character. It was part of her character.
It's part of
that's
her,
not
but they didn't-
everything about
that's
her.
that's
character.
not the main part. That's just who she is.
Yeah.
Unlike, like, I complain about this every week on Supergirl. My biggest problem with Supergirl now is I understand it won awards, won GLAAD awards and everything for Maggie and Alex, but the way they shoehorn it
Just
into
punched it
every
in. It was
episode
like-
now,
Didn't make any sense.
it's like it's no different than and like a lot of people might sit here and listen and go, well, he's complaining about them being lesbians in a show. No, I'm complaining about an unneeded love story. The same thing I'm going to complain about next is Mon-El and Kara. That's annoying too. So if I can hate a straight love story, I can hate a gay love stories too. It's no damn different.
I was gonna. You said Alex and
Maggie.
Maggie and Alex. I was gonna say this isn't even superhero show or movie related. I was gonna say Jamal on Empire.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Like-
I'm so glad they got away from focusing.
Yeah,
on
but
that.
It's like every episode, like
the first
I
two
don't-
seasons that's all we heard about.
Yeah, it's like we know he's gay. So what? But you
Right.
don't have to give him a forced romance. And we're not even gonna hear about it. Two episodes.
Especially because like they had him and Michael together in season 1, and then
Never met. He was almost
then-
never
Never
mentioned
mentioned
again.
And then
Yeah.
the end of season 1, we got him and I can't remember his name, but it was Eka Darville's character,
Yeah.
who was actually the
And
second-
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers RPM. So this is all tied in. And then season 2, they got rid of him altogether because he was working on other projects. So I understand that, but they never talk about it. And Michael is just back in his life, and they're like, "Oh look, your ex is back with you. We're not going to say why, but he's back with you." That's stupid.
And on top of that, it's like they never even fleshed out any of those stories. Like this is the thing. Like if you're gonna do something like this, you have to, you have to go in a direction that it's not going to be like, okay, we're gonna he's this. We're gonna make you know he's this. So we're gonna do this, but we're not gonna even put any effort into explaining why.
Right. And that's what they didn't need to do with Trini, and that's Trini. Her name is not Trini
Yeah,
in
it's
this
not.
movie.
It's
It's Trini.
still spelled the same way. It's pronounced Trini, not.
Was
So
it-
it's implied to her
wait,
full name
Dee
is
Dee?
Trinity.
Isn't that what they kept calling it?
Yeah, that's what,
What do they call it?
Billy's mom called her Diddy. No,
Diddy.
or
Billy
Dee Dee.
and Billy and her both called her Diddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they do a good job. And like
Yeah.
even when they decide to give up, because at one point in time they're 5 teenagers, and this is a lot of responsibility to save the universe. They decide to give up, so they're outside of what's essentially the command center.
Yeah.
Camping, and they're telling their stories to each other and everything. You actually start to give a shit about all these characters even more. Like Zach, by this point we know Zach's mom is sick. But like when he opens up to everybody, you're like, man, I'm sorry, dude. Like you actually feel bad for this fictional character on the screen. You're like, man, it's just you and your mom. You're taking care of your mom. You don't know if something's going to happen to her. Like he doesn't even stay at home half the time because he's afraid he's going to wake up and she's going to be gone. That is good storytelling. That's what
He
happens
had
in
a
real
really-
life.
A really sad story. It really made you feel compassion for Zach.
Yeah,
And you find out then that Trini noticed him stalking the shit out of her too,
and never said anything.
and
more.
was just like, all right, whatever.
But I mean, then you see like Trini has problems communicating. Like she mentions it, but then like
She was very, very cold to Kimberly.
she was cold to everybody in the
Well, but
beginning.
more
More
so-
so Kimberly.
Well, it's because she
And I
moved
guess Kimberly-
around a lot.
Yeah.
So
And I also think Kimberly was more so in those. I read it as new person. I'm trying to try to redeem myself for how I treated others, and I'm assuming
Yeah.
since Trini went to Angel Grove High as well. I'm not sure if she did because
She did.
She did. Yeah, because she was in
Because I know
Kimberly
Zach-
were in the same
She'd
class.
been in
So
school
Zach-
for a year because Kimberly says we've been in
Right,
we've been in
yeah, you're a new
biology
girl. You've
for-
been in there for like a month, right?
And she's like, I've
Oh,
gone to
no.
school with you for a year, and this is the class we're in.
That's probably why she was so cold to her
Yeah,
too.
because she
now
probably saw her being a mean girl before.
she's like, oh,
Yeah.
And Zach said, I go to school sometimes.
Right. Well, I mean, he's taking care of his mom, so we
Yeah.
understand that now. But I mean, you actually get like we already by this point you've already kind of you care about what Jason's going through. I don't say you care. You understand what Jason's going through. You don't necessarily care about Jason until he actually fully takes that leadership role. Billy, you already care about from the time that the bully starts messing with
Yeah,
him,
it was
and you get.
instant.
But then when he gets his retribution, which we glossed over that when they're learning that they're superhuman.
Oh yeah.
The bully starts messing with Billy again in the hallway and is talking crap to him and tries to break his wrist and can't. And then he headbutts him and
knocks
breaks his
himself
own
out.
nose
Yeah.
and knocks himself out. And Billy is like living it up. He's at the lunchroom talking shit. Like he said,
got all this
if you
attention.
must, bro, if you must come at me, bro, then come at me, bro.
I mean, he did everything but start yelling, "Down goes Frazier." He was milking the fuck out
Yeah,
of
he
it.
was. Then something happened. He had to leave.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he got dragged away by Kimberly
Yeah.
fucking Hart. And everybody at the table was
And
like,
there's like, what?
Kimberly?
He said, he knows Kimberly.
Billy and Kimberly is that thing
Yeah,
going on?
we're only in the same grade.
But it definitely is an interesting story, and it's a good take on these characters that we've grown up with and that we know.
They've been in every podcast up till now. No use telling them to be quiet this time.
Yeah, they're fine.
And then they run away. Oh, we're loud? Okay, bye.
But it's just great to see. And I mean, some of the we only got we see. That's what I was getting at. Was Trina? You see her with her parents and her brothers at one point in time, and you see that she's kind of like the black sheep of the family, and she explains why, because like her parents wanted to be normal, quote normal, and she's not. She's herself, and that's a problem for her mom and dad, and I can see where that is an issue for them. Is like those kind of straight laced, clear cut parents with 3 children, but they straight laced and clear cut, but y'all got 3 kids.
She also understands she quotes and says herself she doesn't understand who herself is yet.
Right, and that's fine. As a teenager, you're not supposed to know.
teenager,
what you're doing.
You know, she's like, I don't know what I am. She basically pretty much says she doesn't know if she likes boys or girls yet without saying it.
Right,
And her parents are pretty much giving her shit over it.
right,
Like,
right.
to the nth degree. I
Now,
don't dress like a girl. I don't do girly things.
the one thing that she says though that would, as a black parent, that would make me do a little bit of deeper digging is when her mom was trying to get her to explain her day, and she says, "Me and 4 kids from Angel Grove, and this is in the trailer, found a spaceship underground, and I think I'm a superhero now." Her mom tells her to pee in a cup because she thinks she's doing drugs. Because of course, Hispanic girl, you must be doing drugs.
Didn't she like whip out a cup? And
Oh
put
yeah,
it on the
she had
table?
that ready.
It was just and puts it on the dinner table.
Well, my thing about that is, as a black parent, a day later, 5 superheroes show up.
You put 2 and 2 together.
I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck, Layla? Is that you? That's you right there? That's you right."
Can't say that it's against the rules.
Right.
There's 3 rules.
Like it may or may not be me, Dad. But they do a good job of like,
Oh my god, if them 2 became Power Rangers.
oh heaven forbid,
Oh Jesus.
heaven forbid.
You know,
I'm
they
gonna
had
go
to
with Rita.
Oh God.
So why did you bring the Megazord home?
Why is there a Zord in the backyard? Damn it!
You crushed the pool.
But I mean, like it's. I mean, we've only covered the first 2 acts of the movie, and like we're 50 minutes in. Like,
That's why I said at the beginning. If you're asking how good it is, just go goddamn see it.
yeah,
A
like
matinee ticket can't be any more than $7.25 wherever the hell you live. I mean,
there is one thing that I will leave out of the spoiler discussion, and there's a major plot point that brings them together, very much Avengers style. I will leave that out of the podcast. Like, you have to see that for yourself, because you have to make this connection, and you have to make it's an emotional connection, and it's something that you need to experience yourself. But it's what drives them to become Rangers, and it's what drives Zordon to remember, like, the Morphin Grid picked these kids for a reason. I have to let them do it, because Zordon wanted to do it himself.
he did.
Yeah, he
He's
wanted to
it
come
was
back
like
to
you
life.
said, he's very not noble.
Yeah,
It
it's-
was to the point where he was chastising these kids. I mean, he was getting
It's
very.
like, we didn't
angry
ask for
stepdad.
this. Like, Jason went off on him pretty hard.
He was very much like
Jason
recent
Ass.
Professor Xavier in the comics.
Yeah.
Like, very much of like, he is a good guy, but he's willing to do bad things to be that good guy.
Chaotic good for those of you that played tabletop D&D.
Yeah. But I mean, to see like, you don't necessarily get the father figure out of Zordon right off the bat with these guys. You do get like a teacher, definitely a mentor, sensei, something along those lines, but you don't get that father figure yet. I bet we'll get that relationship later in the movies. Probably like next movie, especially with what happens after the credits. Well, during the credits for this. I'm betting we see more of that. But going into the third act, it's exactly what you expect it to be. It's the fight scene. Like, we get the putties, we get Rita forming Goldar.
With a bow staff. Oh my god.
Yeah, Rita.
Holy shit.
That's one big thing about this that is vastly different from Mighty Morphin and Jew
Rita
Ranger.
fights.
Is Rita fights her own battles. Unlike everything else, yes, she does.
Well, she's not, stock-footed, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even in Jew Ranger, Bandora didn't fight any.
Well, that's
Yeah, but she went to
Pandora,
Earth.
this isn't Rita.
She did go to Earth,
Yeah.
and she did use, like, she attacked them, but like never did any of the actual fighting.
Yeah.
I like the callback to where she's forming Goldar. And she's like, "Make my monster grow!" John looked at me. We looked at the screen. We started laughing. It was great.
Yeah, I think every time we heard a callback, we were just sitting.
Yeah.
We was making our seats unrecline and shit to sit up for like 60 seconds.
It's morphin' time.
Yeah.
That's all it took from me.
Go, Power Rangers!
Yeah, that was great.
Yes.
Oh, man, when they played that song, I was like, hell yeah. I was like, wait a minute, why the fuck is he going backwards? He was backwards. He was driving, I don't know, but he was driving that thing in reverse. And by the way, the whole Mastodon having 8 legs thing, nobody gave a shit.
It works.
It's a fucking tank.
It's an alien war machine.
Yeah, it's
alien war
not supposed
machine.
to be exactly
Dude,
look
it's
like it.
Alpha
It's a
even
tank.
says when they see the Zords for the first time that the Zords take on the appearance, not the full form, the appearance of the most powerful creatures on the planet at the time that the Zords were made.
Right.
Which also is a point for later that the Zords can change form. And that's when we're probably going to get the Thunder Zords or the Zeo Zords or something because they can change their shape.
Well, there'll have to be something to power them up, though.
call
Yeah.
up.
You can't
so.
just change.
Yeah.
I mean, and the original Triceratops was all on treads. It didn't have legs.
Didn't have right.
It's a tank.
Fucking the
Yeah.
Power Rangers
So,
borrowed a couple
who gives a
sparks
fuck
from
if the
Planet
Mastodon has 8
Cybertron, to make a couple of their own war machines before the fucking planet. blew up.
And the freaking Tyrannosaurus was basically a freaking
Godzilla.
Gatling gun with cannons.
Yeah, the Tyrannosaurus
with legs.
The original Tyrannosaurus from Mighty Morphin was based on what we thought T-Rexes looked like,
Yeah.
and found out much later that we
It was
were all
nothing like
wrong.
that. Yeah.
So, like, everybody complaining about it, again, alien war machines that happen to look potentially like dinosaurs. Which leads me into Rita does indeed have a power coin. Has the 6th power coin. I feel like the Dragon Zord is off-world, because if it takes the form of the most powerful creatures on the planet, they haven't established it like anything mythological was on Earth.
Yeah, and like dragons.
So I'm betting that the Dragon Zord is off-world, and when we all know Tommy's coming. We all know it's going to happen. This is the fucking Mighty Morphin story. When that happens, we'll get the Dragon Zord from somewhere else, and it'll be like the most powerful thing ever. And Zordon will be like, I forgot about this. You could have used this in the last movie to fight her, but
And then Tommy's gonna be a girl, and everybody's gonna bitch about it in the preview.
I hope it's.
I wanted to be a girl.
I'm just saying.
I couldn't say
everybody's
that.
like, no, you
I
can't
didn't-
make Tommy a
And
girl.
let's jump to that real quick. When they were doing the zooming in to the jacket and whatever, and showing that scene. And
That's a super spoiler. That's mid credits.
Yeah. Well, like I told them,
No, I'm not mad.
fuck them if they can't figure this shit out. So, anyway, they were doing the zoom in shot of the jacket or whatever. I couldn't tell if that was girls' clothing. It was that.
It's
Well, it
just
was a
jacket.
military
It's
jacket,
just
is what it
a
looked
jacket.
like to me.
But
it was a black. It was a green jacket. With
But-
like
But the
some-
bag and everything else there, that was hard to tell.
Yeah, I mean, it could be ambiguous. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't, like, you know what
I hope they do as a
You know what I
that would
want?
be
I want-
I was gonna say it could be a romance between Tommy and Trini
that'd be cool.
for the next movie.
I want a black girl
Instead of
Green
Kimberly.
Ranger. I want a black girl Tommy. Just to piss off everybody even more. I said
I'm
it.
super okay with it.
I said it. I want a black
it
girl.
needs to be deep
You
black,
know,
like
JDF wouldn't give a
Congo.
shit. He like,
They
oh,
need,
hell
they need,
yeah.
to, they need to bring a girl from Wakanda and make her.
I want a black girl. I'm talking like I want braids and I want attitude. I
Either
want
that or a
black
British
girl.
black girl
Oh yeah.
who raps.
Oh yeah.
Fucking.
Oh, what's
bring
her
in,
name?
Bring
That
in
was,
Lady Lecture and shit.
the Doctor's companion. The black girl. I can't remember her name.
I never got into Doctor Who.
She's probably too old for the part now.
no, I can remember the actress's name. I can't remember what her name is.
She'd be fine.
Maria? What is her name? Martha.
Yeah, Martha.
Yeah.
Whatever. Bring in a
Yeah,
black
she's
girl.
way too old now.
And then bring in Wanda Sykes to be her mama. I mean,
Do you want people to see this movie?
He wants to fail after the second
I
movie.
thought we were just trying to piss people off for 30 seconds.
We want people to see the movie, though, Katie.
Bring in Tracy Ellis Ross to play her mom.
That would be cool. Get the chick from Blackish.
Started. I'm almost done with season 3 of that now. Like,
Yeah,
I need to get
I
back
can't
on
get
that.
into a conversation with you about that because I've never seen the show. Anyway,
you need to.
I got back into Crazy
I know.
Ex-Girlfriend over the weekend. I forgot it was a
Of course you did. Of course you did.
You talking about the show, or are you
Talking about the
you got into a crazy ex-girlfriend?
For anyone
Knowing
who
you,
knows me.
it's hard to say the difference.
Yeah, exactly. Talking about the show. There's no...
Yeah.
I just let him talk and don't ask questions. He's telling you the truth, no matter how bizarre it is. Just leave him alone.
Fucking scared the shit out of Dave a few weeks ago. Somebody's been fucking texting me from a weird number talking about Cajun, I need your help. I know you hate me. And I'm like, who the fuck is this?
I hope you're listening.
I hope you're listening, because fuck you. If I hate you, like, if that's really how you feel.
If you come with violent intent toward this man, I just met this nigga not too long ago. So, I can't help you. I can't handle your beef yet.
No, it's alright. It's cool. I mean, somebody gonna come
Well,
at
if you trying to jump him though, you're gonna be in some trouble.
Oh, yeah.
I'll fuck you up.
You gotta deal with like 9 of us at that point.
I got black friends now. Fuck all y'all.
You got a few black friends because I know
There's a
motherfuckers
couple
that
of
know
them.
motherfuckers.
Right.
You heard me?
My dad was always telling me, you need to get you some black friends. I was,
Then we became good friends.
use my gateway drug back into the
Let's
into the
back up from
brotherhood.
Tommy though.
Yeah, back into the 3rd act.
Yeah.
To see the Zords, to hear, and the Go-Go Power Rangers, for those of you that didn't see the movie yet, or are dumb enough to listen to this, the Go-Go Power Rangers was the one from
The movie.
the
95
movie, and I loved it. Such a, like, Alpha was the one to say it first. It's like, go, Power Rangers, and then you hear it playing, and everybody in the theater starts cheering, and
Well, we didn't get cheering in our theater. It was like 10 people there.
we cheered.
Yeah, everybody saw was smart enough to go to the earlier show and you went to.
No, there wasn't that many people in ours either.
Really?
No, everybody was smart enough. Everybody was dumb enough to go Friday. Because
That's what it seemed
all
like.
the Friday showings that I've seen listed or like seen people tweeting about have been sold out. But like ours was like, we got room to talk and nobody's gonna be mad, and it was great. But the Zord battle was awesome.
Yeah.
And they finally did what I've wanted them to do for the longest time with the Zords, and they attacked the minions with Zords. I was so happy. I understand Zordon
That's
says
kind of against
not,
the one rule.
Zordon says not to escalate a battle, but like 900 putties versus 5 of y'all, you need to escalate the battle.
Wasn't that Zach too? That was like, hold up.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it was
He
that.
was the first one to go get his Zord. Like, nope. I'll be right back.
Yeah, because they
run
kept
these motherfuckers over.
Well, because what the way they did the putties in this is there's not an external force making them. It's not Finster making them for Rita
grow from
or
the ground.
Zed making them. It's Rita just
She's a fucking earthbender.
Yeah.
She just...
and she. What? Oh, an hour and 7.
Yeah, an
Okay,
hour
we're
and
still at
7.
time.
We're good. Yeah.
Well, because that's what 70 minutes of recording.
what it said.
Okay. The coolest thing was is she can just keep constantly, as long as she has her staff, it seemed, she can keep constantly forming putties. So like as she's going out like walking, minding her own damn business, like I'm going to get the Zeo crystal. We didn't talk about where that is and product placement.
Do we want to?
Do we want to bring that up?
If y'all are listening to this, 9 times out of 10, y'all done seen 1 or 3 of our news feeds already. I mean,
Yeah.
we've been talking about
There
it.
is massive product placement in this movie, and the massive product placement is
You know
Krispy
what?
Kreme.
That's y'all's homework. We ain't gonna say it. So, you should be able to figure it out.
Well, anyhow, Rita's on her way to find the Zeo crystal, right? Rita's going to find the Zeo crystal, and she's literally just walking through time, minding her own damn business, just summoning putties,
Sexy as hell, too.
having putties attack everything around her. People are dying. This is not like Old Angel Grove, to where there's like
Not a
9
warehouse
abandoned
district.
warehouse districts. People are dying. People are getting hurt.
People are getting run up about Zords too.
People
think.
get,
I was
They had to
We'll
be.
talk about. Yeah, I was gonna say that was another.
People
point.
always mad
They
about
were
Batman
those
killing
Zords.
people. What about
There
Power
was
Rangers
zero
killing
care
everybody.
for civilian casualties on
either side?
I mean,
there was zero. Cajun's big call out in the theater while we're sitting there was, watch the fucking friendly fire.
seriously, they was just going.
Kimberly and Zach kept shooting at
At
putties,
each
but they
other.
were shooting at each other in the process. And so
was-
was Billy, actually.
That was some Call of Duty level shit. I mean, they was just spraying.
Well, they are
playing, like,
teenagers.
it was
We got
fucking buildings falling. on
10
people.
seconds. If
No,
this
it's,
isn't-
oh, mine's still going.
oh,
It's just still recording.
I
Do
just.
you guys want to wrap this up?
yeah, we probably should. The third act is the big battle. We know that. Rita gets her comeuppance, which was awesome. And the way they did it was cool, too, because like she offered them a chance to join her again, and it seemed like they considered it for a second, and then it was like, nah, fuck you. And Jason said shit while piloting the Megazords. And that's another thing too, real quick. While they formed the Megazord, was really cool the way they did it because it wasn't like a whole like Voltron style sequence like they do in most Power
Kind of
Rangers.
accidentally did it.
Yeah, and I like it because like I feel like this Goldar would have been like no and like stopped them in the middle of
Again,
forming.
saving on that budget, that $110 million budget.
I think it was just a timing, a realism
Oh, yeah.
thing
No,
versus
no,
a
it was
budget.
great. We're in sync. We're the Power Rangers.
It's still going.
No, good.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. My so
I got scared. You said 10 seconds.
Don't we got 2 backups going anyway?
I didn't.
my shit ain't
I
on
couldn't
that.
find
His ain't on. His ain't on. Alright,
anything
it's
that would
cool.
let us do it. But
We have done this a different way every single time
Just
we've
about every
sat
time,
down. We have not done this the same way twice.
I'll just
Not
bring
yet.
it. Oh, I can't do that. Never mind.
Speaking of, I keep meaning to bring your equipment by now that you're all basically moved in,
oh yeah, we have something for you too.
and I got your belt.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're safe.
We will. I'm trying to think here. What
Yeah, we
happened?
were, we were
wanna-
talking about the forming of the Megazord.
Forming of the Megazord and the final battle. Like, we didn't really touch on Goldar. Like,
That 50
Goldar
mech German suplex.
is completely made out of gold, and like a lot of people complained about it, but I dig it.
It
I
makes
thought it
sense.
was awesome.
Like, instead
It
of like
looks
just
good.
a random alien henchman, like
Yeah.
him like being kind of a part of Rita makes sense to me. Like, I bet like we'll get a prequel comic at some point or something that explains exactly why Rita has the power she does. Like,
I like that it wasn't the wisecracking oaf from the 90s.
Yeah.
I really do. It was just this monster hell-bent on doing whatever the hell he was told.
although comic Goldar has been really, really fucking cool.
Well, yeah, but he's based on the earlier season's Goldar, who
Yeah,
wasn't
mean,
jokey.
evil.
And, yeah, he was the
Not
toughest
Rito
guy
and
to
Goldar,
beat.
He was an
Yeah,
asshole.
yeah.
I mean, I'm glad it wasn't the Goldar that got his ass beat by a powerless Jason in the Nether Realm.
Several times.
Like was attacking him
Well,
with
all
the
that
Green
gold
Rangers.
armor makes you slow.
That's true.
I'm assuming, like, since Rita does have that gold power to, make
Earthbender, you can say it.
yeah, I think she'll find a monster or something to put that armor on, and now he probably won't be called Goldar,
But it'll be something very similar.
it'll be something. Yeah,
Speaking of, we didn't actually see her end in the movie. She wasn't arrested. They didn't kill her.
they
there
smacked
was
the
no-
shit out of her.
Oh, yeah, they
smacked her in
space
the face.
and froze.
Yeah.
I know she was in
Well, we know
but
what
I mean,
we
she
know.
didn't.
We know what's going to happen, though.
Right? No,
It's heavily implied because she was drifting toward the moon that she's
Yeah,
not going to
that's what I
crash.
thought.
She's going to thaw
Zed's gonna
because
come out.
Cajun's big point was realistic space physics. Rita gets knocked into space by the Megazord
And freezes.
and freezes. Doesn't like float away screaming and breathing and all that. She
It's
freezes
cold
in
as
space.
fuck in space,
Yeah.
by the way. So that makes a lot of sense.
No, I was just saying, like,
But,
we didn't see the Angel Grove / human population conclude her threat.
Right.
That's all I mean.
Oh yeah, she'll be
You
back.
know,
She'll be back.
It wasn't like, she's not in fucking Argus somewhere rotting in.
And she
That's
does
really
she
all
does hint at a greater threat too. She says, "If I know this is here, other people know this is here." So that leads towards Zed and Vile and
and
Rito.
they'll probably explain why she
I
betrayed.
kind of want Ooze. Like,
I wouldn't mind seeing a modern take on Ivan Ooze.
I don't think they'll do it.
It won't happen, but I wouldn't mind, especially because the only time we ever saw him was just that one movie.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even try to use that character again in anything else, which actually kind of, to think about it as an adult now, is kind of shocking to not use the most popular villain that you had at the time. Like I honestly thought that when
Who's
Master
the next one?
Vile,
Apocalypse.
Oh,
He had the big A.
I actually thought when Master Vile was coming in before we saw him that it was going to be Ivan Ooze. And I was like, that kind of makes sense, but like then it's like this completely different dude. But he was also a Cocker Ranger villain.
Yeah, they needed Sentai.
Yeah.
Bunch of people who have no idea who the hell we're talking about.
Yeah.
Since he did only show up the one time.
Yeah. I mean, if you watch this movie and you didn't watch the original movie, then
Shame on you. They're
I
going to
don't
be
know.
sold
Well,
together.
they
I
might- it
guarantee
might
it.
only
they'll do a Blu-ray 2-pack. Oh my God, they'll do a Blu-ray 2-pack
We'll be having to do a Blu-ray eventually of
of
it.
Mighty Morphin.
Because they
Yeah.
haven't yet.
Not in the States. No, they didn't even do the UK one yet. Nah. Yeah, because we looked.
Yeah, there's no way to get it.
But
Frog powers?
you leave Johnny Young Bosch alone.
If you pick on Johnny Young Bosch, you're doing it by yourself. Nobody else at this table's with you.
Yeah.
You can kill all of us.
The four of us really like Johnny Young Bosch. David Jackson, John Smith, Cajun Prime, and D. Harris. All of us like Johnny Young Bosch. That was Jeannie Marie Jaravat.
I just said frog powers.
She
That was not his fault.
What?
Somebody
I
wrote
forget.
that
He
down.
voiced a couple video game characters. I
voiced a
found out
crap
about.
ton of
Yeah,
video
no,
game
voiced a lot
characters.
of characters
His
in
resume
general.
is ridiculous.
Yes.
He'll have
He's
work for us
probably
as well.
catching Frank Welker. Because Frank, I think, has the most animated credits ever. And Johnny is getting damn close because he does a lot of background stuff in anime. Does a lot of anime
He
period
was
that you
the
don't realize.
newest Gundam.
Yeah, he was the leader
Dude
of
was
that
Bumblebee in one of the last video games.
Transformers
Oh, wow.
War for Cybertron.
Yeah,
It was
before he
Bumblebee.
lost his voice.
We got completely off subject.
Yeah, we always
I mean, a
do,
little
but
bit, sort of.
it's always
It's
connected.
related.
But yeah, I mean, just the final battle and then seeing like the civilians running around while the Zords are fighting, and then to see one particular civilian have to get saved by the Red Ranger
Yes.
was touching and emotional.
Yeah.
And somebody got crushed by that suplex.
Well, what I thought about that scene was great though was the fact that Sam Scott that got saved by Jason. Jason saved his dad, like you saw the truck flip. He was hesitant to go like.
Yeah, he was like, "What the fuck is
It
this?"
that was very realistic. Like it wasn't like just like a superheroes exist in this universe.
Yeah.
You should have saved me. He was like, oh shit, no!
It's like I'll take my chances with the car. That's
I'm
on fire.
gonna blow up
Go out
instead.
the other side. There was some fire on that side.
That's what I said. I don't know. I just feel like his dad knows.
Yeah, he does.
He knows,
Yeah,
but
I feel like he's not going to say he knows. He's not going to
I'm
have that
trying to
conversation.
figure out how he would know though. Like you would just recognize your son's voice. Or what's going on?
it's that spiritual, like
Just
that's
seemed
father
like
son
he knew from the
connection.
presence,
Like,
yeah.
like it was a familiarity. Like honestly, like if one of us was morphed and saved the other, we'd probably know it was one of us.
Hey David, nigga, that's you. Hey, yo, David,
but
this
at the-
motherfucker moved out of car.
I also think his dad.
And then you just lose your powers because you broke the rule.
Just
Like, Jordan, I didn't.
I ain't say shit. It was
Jordan's like, I want to hear it. I want to hear
you
it.
say it
Negro
wasn't.
ESPN. That was not my fault.
well, it's the same thing I've always said about why there really aren't any black people working at the Daily Planet in DC Comics is because somebody black would be like, "You Superman, Clark." No, what are you talking about? No, you are. You literally saved me this morning. You caught my car. We were driving off a bridge. You caught me. I looked you dead in the face. I'm looking you dead in the face right now. Clark, you fucking Superman. I get it. It's okay.
I mean, he don't
I
bother-
might not tell nobody, but I'm gonna need you to do 8,000 things for me real quick.
He don't bother putting fucking eye color contacts in or nothing. Like,
No, he probably melted bitches first of all.
So I feel like didn't Richard Pryor figure out he was Superman in 3 and 4?
I've blocked those out of my mind.
I tried to, but
This is really bad. I feel like he did.
Richard Pryor was the best part of those movies,
Yeah.
though. God, could you imagine him being alive for a Power Rangers movie? That'd be great.
You could play Ivan Ooze.
Yeah, he could have played Ivan Ooze.
get some. Like,
JoJo Dancer, the bad guy.
I'm still. No, I was talking about the damn Zord.
I know. I was,
yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
No, mother's
Mother's
not
okay.
Okay,
fine.
mother's okay. Mother's good.
there. For those of you that have kids that have not watched this movie or that or watched this movie, it is PG-13. There is a lot of swearing. There was
A
almost
lot of scary moments too.
a lot
honestly.
of scary moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, Layla freaked out a couple of times. Jason did almost drop the F-bomb in his car accident in the beginning.
Yeah.
He just fuck and like they cut it out. But I was like,
He
he's gonna
actually
say
said
fuck.
it.
I
Yeah,
love the
cut it out.
cinematography in that opening scene.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it was
great.
pretty.
Yeah, like you
That
felt
was-
the ride.
That
Like
was excellent.
I saw the cow a lot.
yeah. Again, Layla's favorite part. Best character in a movie. Let's go.
Played by cow number 2.
And if you haven't seen the movie, if you've got the sense of humor we have, you are going to love the cow jokes
Oh yeah.
in the movie.
I
You're
did
gonna
not
love them.
expect that in the beginning of the movie.
I was like, this is how we're starting this out? Is this what's going
Yeah,
on?
really?
He absolutely came out swinging to grab
And then
your
also,
attention.
one
It
thing
was-
that grabbed my attention is we didn't see a big ass house. It had Power Rangers.
No,
No,
it was just right there.
bottom right.
Like
Yeah.
bam in
Yeah.
the corner.
No,
Oh,
I love
yeah, I
that
didn't even
too.
think about
was
that.
great.
And
That's true.
Saban honestly didn't stamp it all over the damn movie. I was
No, he
expecting.
put it before it. Yeah.
Power Rangers. Okay, moving on.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
It was like, y'all know what y'all came to see.
They didn't try to do a Star Wars opening scroll like they did in the 95 movie.
Yeah.
You got 2 badass white kids still in a fucking cow.
Right, that was the beginning of the movie.
Honestly, at the beginning of the movie, I thought that they were going to do a Star Wars scroll because I saw the like some stars and stuff look like space, but that just turned out to be the movie theater name. Weird.
Oh, it was Atlas, right?
Damn.
And then they got to it.
Yeah, they got into this, and I mean the scoring was great. The actual
Brian Tyler.
score was great. And then the soundtrack was. They
Yeah.
beat Rita and Goldar's ass to Kanye West.
That was so great.
That happened.
Do you know how many people are going to be mad at that?
Oh yeah, tons. No one man should have all that power. I was like, yes.
I like when she was just sitting there jamming Destiny's Child.
Oh yeah, yeah. She was
Just
eating
having a
donut, chill,
good old
listening to
time.
Survivor.
And still looking sexy as hell. I ain't never seen anybody eat a donut so goddamn sexy.
You got a problem.
Am I wrong though?
No, I got problems too. That's why I can call you on.
Oh man.
For sure, though, it
was probably the right way to kick off the summer blockbusters this year.
Oh yeah.
Because we got a lot of other great movies coming for us. nerds.
Fate of the Furious.
Fate of the Furious.
Yeah,
that was great.
Spider-Man Homecoming.
Spider-Man Homecoming.
Baywatch.
Guardians 2.
Baywatch.
Baywatch.
Baywatch is gonna be awesome.
Great.
I'm so glad they decided to make that a comedy.
You know what, actually, and I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, but the two comedy movies that are non-superhero movies that I'm really looking forward to are Baywatch and Chips.
I haven't seen the Chips trailer, but
Both
just
of those
saw
movies
great.
look really
I
good.
just saw another one that you probably haven't seen. It's called In Your... I can't remember, but it's fucking Morgan Freeman.
with all old guys.
All the old guys
Oh my God.
robbing a bank because their job cut their pension.
I heard about
Oh,
this.
I
haven't
heard
seen the
about that.
trailer.
Yeah.
Dude, look! Oh man! As soon as when we're done with this, I'm gonna look it up and find the name. I'll post it on your wall. But it looks funny as shit. It's Morgan Freeman, the dude that plays Alfred in the
Michael
Batman-
Caine.
Michael Caine.
They do a lot of stuff together lately now.
And something else. But yeah, just these. Oh, they do a dry run trying to rob a fucking giant eagle. It looks like, and it goes way wrong. It just looks funny as fuck though. I'm a fan.
Oh man.
This is gonna be a good year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good year.
Well, I mean, it
period.
already
TV
started out.
shows are hot.
It already started out good. I mean, like, did you see Logan?
Yes.
Okay, all of us have seen that movie. Oh my god! Like to start out with Logan,
Lego
and
Batman.
then and Lego Batman, Logan, and then Power Rangers. I mean, now is Power Rangers on the same level of Logan? Not at all, but like the rest of the summer movies, like for the superhero genre, have a lot to live up to now. Like they did a good job with this season so far, and I thought Lego Batman came out swinging. Power Rangers came out just as hard.
I honestly feel like the biggest threat to Logan, just in terms of popularity, is going to be Guardians.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Guardians will probably beat everything.
It's not that I don't have faith in Homecoming, but I mean, we done got 50 Spider-Man
I think
stories.
strictly based on curiosity, Wonder Woman is going to do really well.
Yeah.
Strictly based on the fact that people want to see if it's going to be good.
Yeah, but no.
But on that same note, I think opening weekend might be a little lackluster because a lot of people are going to be like, I'll wait till somebody else sees it and I'm going to ask them about it.
But everybody's going to see Guardians. Your kids are going to see it. Your
Oh, yeah.
grandkids are going to
Yeah.
see it. You're going to be taking the neighbors' kids because they mom and daddy got to work.
And it's the day before Free Comic Book Day.
Marvel does that usually. Did they do anything last year before Free Comic Book Day?
Civil War?
Civil War was after because it
Was
was
it?
the week of my birthday party.
Yeah, because they did a free
No,
comic-
X-Men
they
was the
did a
week of my
free
birthday
comic
party.
book.
Civil
Yeah.
War was Civil War was Free Comic Book
Yeah.
Day. Yeah, Marvel always does that. They know what they're doing. Warner Brothers will do a movie eventually, Free Comic Book Day
Because
weekend.
I think me and Ferguson went and saw it on Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, after we all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just, I mean,
Just go see the fucking
I'm
movie,
looking forward to
people.
these sequels, and this should be up because yet again John's putting it up.
I'm still going to do the thing, though. Throw it up on what's his face.
yeah, they're stuff and things. There's a prequel, not a prequel, a sequel comic, a graphic novel coming out next Wednesday. That it'll be
Yeah, that's coming Wednesday,
March
March 28th.
28th. Like, I am looking forward
March
to
28th
it.
is Tuesday.
March 29th then. Yeah, 28th is Tuesday. That's my
Yeah.
anniversary. Sorry. She don't remember dates anyway. But, yeah, it's 29th Wednesday.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to this because I want to see how the... I mean, not seeing it on the big screen is going to be weird, but, like, seeing how the team works together and seeing how, like, what reason they have to still be Power Rangers.
Yeah, I'm wondering where they're gonna go with that part.
Because it has to tie... Because it's a direct tie-in, so it has
Yeah.
to be, like, the
It's
bridge
supposed to be a
between
direct
this and the
sequel.
next movie. Which, let's hope there's only a 2-year gap between movies at
Yeah.
maximum.
The next movie
They won't
is
go
really,
We don't want the
Longer than
kids to be
it's
too
probably
old.
going
They're
to
al-
be
they're
them
already
looking for Tommy.
in their early 20s right
Yeah.
now.
I'm
That's
wondering,
what the
see,
next
my
one
thing
is.
is,
Did they ever say what grade they were in high school in this?
I'm assuming, and in the original, I was assuming they started as freshmen, and then Turbo they were seniors.
They're either freshmen or
That's-
sophomores right
Yeah,
now.
but
saying-
he wouldn't
yeah.
be as big a football star if he was just a freshman.
I'm betting junior or
He could have
sophomore.
been.
I was thinking sophomore or junior.
Could have been like a freshman sensation or sophomore.
Actually,
sensation.
Zach might have been a senior. He might
They
have
all
been
could be
female.
different ages, honestly.
Yeah. I mean,
That's true.
I mean, because they don't all have to be in the same grade.
especially because his dad was talking about scouts, so he had to be a junior or a senior.
Yeah, they had scouts, so Jason has to be junior, senior. Now, that said, though, they don't have to continue to be teenagers to continue
No.
using the powers. Now, do we...
That
No,
doesn't
I mean,
I
we've
want it.
established at some point in time that Tommy Oliver is mentioned in this movie. Like, now, like, this is, for those listening, this is fan theory time. Anybody comment on this when we post it. For those of you that have seen it, what do you think is going to happen? Is Tommy going to get the green power coin and be corrupted by it? Is Rita going to make her way back to Earth and not be able to use the power coin, so she has to pass it to someone? What do you think happens? How do you think it's...
I think Tommy's going to be the baddest attitude of all of them. Not necessarily corrupt, but they will be fighting the whole movie to get him or her to help them with their fight.
You think so? You think
I think that's what's going to
the-
happen. That they're going to have that struggling dynamic where he or she is like, "Fuck it, I don't care."
Or are we going to get a complete turn on your head, alternate universe like they're doing in the comics right now? And Tommy, well, no, they can't do that
Yeah,
because you
but-
go on toy sales. So
No, I think it'll be like the first 2/3 of them fighting with him, and then there'll be a greater evil that they have to get together at the end and team up.
yeah, I don't think it's necessarily going to be Tommy under a spell per se.
I don't know. I was wondering if
No,
he gets the
'cause-
green coin and then like Rita's persona's trapped in it and kind of like haunts him
Something like
while
Kind of like
back
Jiminy
of his head,
cricketing him.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
can
then
see
again,
that.
we did, and I don't know if it's a deleted scene or not. We didn't actually see them confiscate the green coin.
No.
No, because
Well, I'm assuming she had it.
The staff
Well,
is
she
on-
lost
Well, she lost the
Yeah,
staff.
he took the
staff.
staff, but you don't. There came to a point where you don't see the coin in the staff
when did he take the staff?
at the end of the movie, and then we see him. He randomly has the power sword.
Yeah, which was weird.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's what. So
Because I never saw Jason pick up the staff.
I didn't
one of
either.
them did.
I don't remember
Or
seeing
she,
anyone
or
pick.
she dropped it or
I
something.
saw
It got
when they
knocked-
knocked her away, it came out of her hand.
It
Right.
flew
Yeah,
out.
that's what
That
Yeah.
was it.
Okay.
That was
Now,
it.
two
I
things
just
could happen.
assumed-
Two things could have happened from there because where they were standing, they were near the pit where the Zeo crystal was. The staff could have fallen into the pit. I doubt it because MacGuffin. I'm assuming the staff is going to fly because, like, they didn't say. Did they say how long it'd been between the time that they fight and then the time we see him again?
Wait, what?
At the end of the movie, did they?
No, it
Did they did it say like 3 weeks later or anything
Oh
like that?
No, it didn't.
So it could have been a few days.
It could have been. Yeah, it would have had to have been a few days because it was on the TV when his dad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
was,
and
yeah,
yeah, because Trina was
newspaper
talking to her
article and
brothers
stuff.
about it and all that. I did like that. That was a little callback to the stock footage thing. Was when the boys were trying to figure out which Ranger they were going to be, and she's like, "Why can't you be the yellow one?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, he's cool." And like, who said the Yellow Ranger's a boy? That was a
I
callback
know
to
it's
stock
the heat.
footage.
I liked it in movie callback too when he slapped Rita. And did you just slap her?
Yeah,
it was
I
weird.
did. Weird, right?
Like, it was great. I'm like, man, he just likes fucking. He dolomites people. Comes out and-
burning finger. But yeah, I mean, it was a fun ride. Honestly, it's like I get like we're at the point of where we do our movie review section where we rate things, and I am not going to start this one. Cajun out of 10.
Out of 10, I give it a solid 8, 9. And that's not even to say. I don't know. There's really not room to complain. This is really just being nitpicky over stupid shit that doesn't fucking matter. I mean, honestly, I would like to see the series get even better. So I don't want to go off and say it's like a 9.5 now, and then leave myself disappointed when the next one doesn't do quite as well, or is the same thing, or whatever it may be. So I would love to see it get even better.
All right, John?
I'd say an 8. Like, there was no overwhelming problem with it, just little things that needed to be reiterated more or put more in depth.
Yeah. D?
4 out of 10. That's a pro wrestling joke for you pro wrestling fans. Bret Hart. You look it up, whatever. Honestly though, I give it
Brett.
yeah. I give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. And I would say that I probably would have made it, maybe a 9. I'm a little bit biased towards Power Rangers because that's the one superhero franchise I really stuck with growing up.
Walmart.
But yeah, I would say that because I really wanted a little bit more movie. I guess maybe I was enjoying it a little too much, so when it actually ended, But yeah, I really enjoyed it.
See, it didn't feel like it was a short movie though. Watching it,
It was 2 hours.
and you realize the timeline. It was short, but it wasn't a short movie.
Yeah, no, the action was short. The movie.
It'll be fine.
Get some nunchucks.
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna lie. I wanted more Rita with that bow staff.
You in the damn. Speaking of it, I know where it's ended. I know where it's ended is, but she whooped their asses with that staff.
She did, and that was good to see.
That was great.
So
And she was cocky about it. Put them in their place. Was flat out like, y'all ain't even ready. Like, don't even.
yeah,
I'm walking
Yeah, she
away. Literally was like, I'm walking away.
and she really did. I gotta say, the consensus is gonna be a solid 8. Like was a good movie. Like there are things I can nitpick about, like the fact that I paid $30 for a morpher that I don't use.
I think it was $30.
Yeah.
I think I paid $30 for it too.
Yeah.
I saw it and grabbed it with 2 other figures I bought. I don't even like it, to be honest with you.
Damn shame. I get a military discount at a sex store and they're paying $30 for it.
What the fuck you buying? A Fuckmaster $3?
No,
They had a Rita blow up doll there.
No,
Came with a bow staff.
Get some gifts for the lady friend.
I turn this back to you.
Oh man, if they make a Rita blow up though, okay, then we're told they're gonna buy it for you.
Do that shit.
No, we're not. He'd be way too excited.
I will. I will be
We'll never see him again.
I'm gonna be Snapchatting the fuck out of people.
I'm so glad I don't have a Snapchat.
I'm glad I'm not on your Snapchat. Oh god.
Oh man.
Yeah, but real talk, like, the plot was there, the character development was there. You love the families that you meet. You love the characters that you meet. The product placement was even okay.
Very grounded
Yeah.
movie.
Very
Didn't
grounded.
bother me, the product.
You know what though?
placement.
For a singular movie, for its origin, there's no sequels, there's no prequels yet. For a singular movie, it has, at least in my opinion, the best character development
Yeah.
of anything we've
All
seen.
the characters were better people
Yeah,
at the end.
in
Like
recent
you
memory.
saw it.
And honestly, if it's going to track well enough to do at least one sequel. If it didn't track well enough to do one sequel, this one movie I would have been okay with it being a one-shot movie.
I think that's part of the reason why they did it that way.
Yeah, but it is definitely tracking well enough to
got wet
do,
as hell
to do a
outside.
sequel. Oh Jesus Christ! I didn't realize how bad it was raining.
She's still about to light that bitch up. She is gangster.
But yeah, yeah, like I said, solid 8 out of 10. Like, the only things that I can complain about are the nitpicks. Like, it's nothing like,
Yeah,
oh,
nothing
well,
major.
this character could have been stronger.
Right,
All the
yeah.
characters were great. The only things I can complain about are shit that I point out as a fan. Like, they maybe. And then, I mean, there were things that we skipped over. There were shout outs and callbacks to other series like that.
Yeah.
Jason's dad was looking for him and said he was between Mariner Bay and Reefside. Those are 2 Power Rangers towns. Like, I was like, that's awesome.
The power sword randomly coming out of nowhere.
The random power
When it
sword.
wasn't-
The fact that Jason
Yeah,
had the power
stupid
sword in the
shit.
first place, and we don't ever understand why he has it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he's
it
the
was
only
just
one that has
there.
it.
And then
he's the
has
only one that has a
a
weapon.
conversation with Zordon about it too.
Yeah, you can
So-
keep that, you know.
It just came out of nowhere, literally. So I mean,
I'll come back for it.
there's a deleted scene surely about that somewhere, and of course, Bulk and Skull not being a movie. I know we said we're okay with it, but again, nitpicking dumb shit.
Yeah, I would have liked to see they said the principal's name. I would have liked it to have been Mr. Kaplan.
Yeah.
Not the same actor necessarily, but just the
Just the
same
name.
character.
There was a little bit for me, just too much of said product placement. Like, we get it. And they said the fucking name of this place like 50 times in 5 minutes.
But on that same note, it was an alien saying it.
True. That
Like, had it
She
been,
didn't know what it was.
had it
so
been the team
that's
talking
kinda-
about it, then
know what?
I'd be
Yeah.
like, all right, yeah, y'all paid them a
okay,
lot of money,
okay,
but
no, that makes a lot more sense.
but
You're
Rita
right.
saying and
But
doing
again,
it,
nitpicky shit. That doesn't matter.
yeah,
That's-
like
Yeah,
it didn't hurt the movie.
right. No, it didn't. It was just.
So I mean, it looks like for the four of us, the average is an 8 out of 10 for the movie, and I mean that's the closest we've come to completely agreeing on a movie since we started doing these podcasts. Except for me, Cajun, and John all really like Batman vs Superman, and the rest of you are all really bad people.
There's nothing to dislike about it for what it was. We're not getting into that.
No, that is
No,
another
that's
hour and a half.
unfair.
I wasn't
podcast.
here for that one, and I whatever. I don't care. I don't care.
We'll come back to that later.
I think I don't know. This is pretty long. We can do Iron Fist again.
Oh, we'll do Iron Fist later.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we should go back and all watch Jessica Jones again too, and do Iron Fist and Jessica together. Because I feel
Talking about the
like
show,
they
what
had
are we
this.
talking about?
No,
Oh,
no, just for a podcast. Because I feel
you're
like,
weird. I don't know what you were talking about.
I feel like
If you all be quiet, I'm trying to harness my chi.
I just feel like the complaints for Iron Fist right now are the same we got for Jessica Jones.
Yeah, but I didn't have any complaints about Jessica Jones. That was my favorite
You
series.
didn't. No,
No, he means the people that complained
I
about
know,
it.
but like,
right.
if I go back and watch it, I'm still not gonna have any
Yeah, I
complaints.
loved it,
there's
so,
no,
like-
I just meant so we can go back and talk about it again.
I can
and
tell
just
you
have
everything
it,
that happened to
you know.
Jessica Jones without watching it again.
yeah.
Well, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
I just meant in general. I was just thinking we could do those as
I think
comparisons
they've all
together.
been awesome so far.
Yeah, we'll
They have
we'll
been.
come back to Iron
Yeah.
Fist. I think we'll give D a couple of days to finish it and get all the other
Oh,
shit
you're not
going.
done with it yet?
No, I've been watching 2 episodes at a time when I have time to watch.
So we'll get
I'm gonna
back
ask
to
you one
that.
question, and it's not a spoiler because you've been watching it. I found an article today where the actor that plays Danny.
Only had 15 minutes to learn this fight scene.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty badass.
Right. So how do you feel about the fight scenes now, knowing that? Because me, I'm like, well, shit. For 15 minutes.
Well, since they were still filming, I'm pretty sure he continued on learning the shit as they kept filming extra stuff.
He only had 1 day a week to do it, he said. Because he filmed for 14 to 16 hours a day, Monday through Saturday. Left him Sundays. I just figured you being a martial artist, watching a show about martial
Well,
arts.
he's not learning how to fight. He's learning how to do choreography. So that's a big difference.
But there's still a way to make it look
Well,
realistic.
and then
Anybody can come out here and
he
throw
has
a
a
kick.
stuntman.
Right. Oh, well,
I don't know why I
fair
moved
enough.
Ironhide over here.
Well, see, I haven't looked into it. I didn't look into the credits for stuntmen.
I'm so confused.
I didn't know what was happening.
I was like, an Ironhider's a stuntman.
I'm just saying, I mean, any motherfucker can come out here and throw a kick. I could pick up my phone right now and ask Jeannie to throw a kick. I mean, it's not going to look authentic. Hey, Jeannie.
But you also gotta keep in mind, like, how many times do they really have to keep filming that same shit for him to do? So it probably was over and over.
I just want to know how you felt about it, just watching it.
To me, he's not learning how to do combat.
This does go back to Power
Rangers.
Rangers to a degree as well. That's one thing I did like from the behind the scenes stuff is a lot of the scenes in the suits was the actors.
I mean, I did Tybo with Billy Blanks once. Isn't that
A lot
We
like
got 4 Android devices over here, all capable of video capture.
And it's raining. Like, if we could do this on a balcony.
What are you talking about?
No, I'm not recording
y'all
a
gonna-
podcast in the rain. I want to get
you
a
guys
video
are all
of
going to be
style.
accessories to Cajun's murder because he's trying to get my wife to do martial arts in the rain. He's going to get killed.
Kick is gonna be at you.
That's okay. I'm okay. It'd be worth it.
This is going to be the last time you hear Cajun on the podcast. He's going to get stabbed in the chest.
That's alright.
Anyhow, we should probably sign off. We've been talking a lot. A lot of shit to talk about, a lot of shit to cover. We did cover the Power Rangers movie. The consensus is 8 out of 10 for all of us. It was more phenomenal.
Absolutely.
I wish Jay and Silent Bob's podcast was as long as yours.
They are.
It is. Theirs was longer.
It's like Get Old was 2.5 hours. Were
What's
you
gonna
paying
happen?
attention when we were there?
Didn't feel like
She was enjoying it too
And
much.
now that she has said that, they're gonna hear this and be like, "Weren't them the motherfuckers from Lexington?" We're gonna be on the next Jay and Silent Bob
It'd be great.
it.
Anyhow, signing off. I've been David Jackson.
John Smith.
Cajun's about to die.
Cajun's going bye-bye, Brian.
Put Ironhide
He already
back
left.
over here.
And Ironhide.
And I have been D. Harris. You mind if I give some shameless plugs?
No, go for it.
All right, well, check me out. D Harris Brand, Facebook, YouTube. Team Prodigy 216 is my automotive organization. Check that out on Facebook. And also the Weekend Wrestling Podcast. Check that out on popcultureaddicts.com as well as on Facebook and YouTube on the D Harris Brand.
Let's not forget about Power Rangers Neo, the group that all of us are admins on.
We have a taco group.
That is not relevant to this at all.
Tacos are always.
Now, if it was a donut group, then
If it was a
Yeah,
donut group, that
group.
would make sense right
Do a
now.
little bit.
Anyway, you guys have a good one. If you haven't seen Power Rangers, make sure you go see it. It is definitely worth it. If you haven't seen Power Rangers, we just explained the entire fucking movie. Go see it. May the power